No, we have, yeah.
There you go. Yep, click that button and then we're live.
We're live, yeah.
All right. Joe, you okay to host it, as in you take the lead?
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Hello.
I told you it was pissed.
So, hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sport, and it is the 2021 Champions League Final between Manchester City and Chelsea. It is safe to say it's going to be a well-oiled game between the two clubs. Yeah, that is an oil joke between the fact that both clubs are owned by people who make their money in oil. Yeah, I went there. And joining me tonight is Jamie Davies and his dad, Ian Davies. Welcome, lads, to what should be a promising occasion between the two sides
Joe.
tonight.
How's it going?
Not too bad. Is it all good?
I must admit, I don't know how to feel about this final, Joe, because you've got two teams who spend a lot of money on their squads to make it happen. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this because you just feel as though everything's on City to win it.
Yeah.
Everyone's been hyping up for them to win it. I just have this feeling that even though Tuchel's beaten them twice in the last few weeks, it might just go down to Chelsea again, but we'll see.
Hang on. There are two players playing tonight. Cost out.
Which ones?
Foden and Mount.
Wow, yeah. But at the same time,
they both came through the academies.
Well, I tell you what, it's about time Man City actually used their academy instead of actually spending it.
Oh, oh, ye of little face.
It's all about the money.
Manchester United supporter. They all come through the academy.
Well, they did, don't they? At least Man U can say they have. We had a lot of academy players the other night. Oh, well.
We've got a couple as well, as a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, exactly. Who's it? Phillips? Nate Phillips, who's a good player.
Trent.
Yeah.
Trent, Jones.
But yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. This is a final that's been hyped up for the last 2 to 3 days, where you just want to see the actual start of the game. So thank goodness it's about to start.
Oh, Spanish ref.
Oh.
It is, yeah. That means he'll allow anyone that dives.
It's a bit of a weird final, isn't it, Chelsea and City? It just doesn't sound right. With all due respect to both clubs. We do have some comments in. Jamie Robb says, I'm a Tottenham fan, but all I hope for is a better final than 2 years ago between Liverpool and Tottenham. I will admit, as a Liverpool fan, it was a boring final, but I'm not going to argue with the result because we brought home number 6. MX Fowler Edit says, what up? Oh, I presume that's how you pronounce it anyway. And Gabby says, come on you Blues, with a sky blue heart.
Gabby. Gabby's one of our regulars who's a Chelsea fan, so I was with her when they said they lost in the Women's Champions League Final a couple of weeks ago. She was on our stream, so she'll be hoping that they win the men's competition at least now.
Come on, you Reds!
But this is...
Why is the picture so smoky?
Yeah, it looks like there's flares.
Yeah. No, I don't know what it is.
I've just seen Havertz and Phil Foden high-fiving each other there, Joe.
Yeah.
And look at that. Sheikh Mansour is next to the UEFA president.
Oh,
where's he from?
Sheikh is the Man City owner.
Is he?
Yeah. So he's there watching. And the UEFA president, of course.
Oh,
so
dear.
he's the one that's responsible for the empty HUD.
The fans are booing whilst they took the knee.
Oh, I'll take the knee myself.
City will get the game underway.
Can I be honest, lads? We need the end of this. This is getting ridiculous.
Can you give me a hand up, Jamie? I can't get up.
I get the whole point of it and stuff, but it has gone on for over a year now. And
yeah,
don't know.
Here we go then.
But not a very good start from Chelsea.
What's everyone's predictions before it's just started? But what are you going for, Joe? Who do you think's going to win?
I think it's going to be a draw and Chelsea to nick it on penalties.
Oh wow! What are you going for, Dad?
Extra time, and they're going to have a replay tomorrow night.
You wish.
I've sent them an email.
Was that office@uefa.com?
Yeah.
They might not pick that up.
Oh.
I know there wasn't supposed to be like a full house tonight, but it looks as though there's even less fans than I thought there would be.
Yeah, but as you said, City haven't got any.
Yeah,
Empty had. The
empty
empty
head
had.
for a reason. Yeah.
What about yourself, Jamie?
I was enjoying it.
I have this feeling Chelsea might just do it, but I think the hype in the last few days, it does feel like it's City's already, and that's when I think it could be a problem. Pep Guardiola's done it before. Every Champions League final he's been at, he's actually won. But it's been 10 years since he last won it, which is quite hard to think, Joe. Because I honestly thought we would have seen him with Bayern Munich in the final, maybe. But, Thomas Tuchel was a finalist last year with PSG as a manager. So imagine him missing out on another Champions League with a different team in that short time, Joe. Because that final last year was in August.
Yeah.
So it's not even less than 12 months. So, Tuchel deserves the credit for getting another team into the final, regardless of who they played. But they've gone and done it. And they've beaten City in the last 4 weeks, twice.
Did you see the managers interviewed?
How happy did Pep look, Dad?
He was miserable.
Do you think?
He was miserable compared to Tuchel.
Tuchel's up for it, isn't he? I think he's up for
Why is he playing Sterling?
Yeah, I mean, me and Joe, I don't know about you, Joe, but I always find Sterling a bit overrated. I don't think he finishes the job. I think he's a bit like Rashford.
He's been really poor this season.
Yeah.
So what's your score prediction then, Jamie? You put Chelsea to win, but...
Chelsea to win 1-0 in 90 minutes. I don't think there'll be many goals in this. Put it in the comments, Joe, because then if I get it wrong, then I'm in trouble. As Joe has put on the chat page, he's put Ian replay tomorrow night.
Thank you very much, Joe.
That's all right.
I'd like to say,
I'm glad you got face. I think we should stop all this bloody penalties in finals.
Oh, hang on. Havertz. He's past 1 past 2.
Should have a replay, no penalties.
We've got a few more comments in. Saruba Diana Wade. Sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. He says, "Hi Jamie, sir. Do you remember me? I am Sarab. After so long, I talked to you." So
hello, Sarab. Yeah, I remember you, Dana Wade. Yeah. How you doing? Good to see you. If any of you want to buy us a beer, there's a PayPal link in our description. So any of your donations will support the channel in the long run, so we really do appreciate it. But my big thanks to Joe Stanley for hosting the services tonight, and to my dad. It's I'll say this now, and I'm sure Joe will say the same thing, but nothing beats the father and son experience with your mates as well when watching one of the biggest games on the calendar.
Why are we talking about Stanley Matthews?
My dad, if anyone didn't know, my dad is obsessed with Stanley Matthews.
Well, don't forget Jackie Moody.
And that one as well. Yeah. For any of you youngsters, you probably don't know who that is. Google it.
Stanley Matthews and Jackie Moody both played together at Blackpool.
Ah.
There you go.
That I didn't know.
Our friend Greg's back in the comments, Jamie. He says, "Hi guys, I just
Greg.
finished work and having a couple of beers after betting on Phil winning on the PGA Championship." There we go. So he won last week after betting that. You did the watch long.
A good win for Brentford today, wasn't it? Over Swansea.
Swansea were really poor.
Yeah.
That one shot on goal.
Just let you know, Joe, my dad's watched. This is his third match of the day. He watched the Wrexham game as well, which sadly Wrexham didn't make it. We're both gutted. It would have been nice to have seen Wrexham get there, but no playoffs for them this season. I'll tell you what, though, Bernardo Silva. I don't know about you, Joe, but I'm a bit surprised he's starting.
It is a bit of a strange one.
Yeah, because he's not been a regular in the starting lineup.
I find it weird that there's no out-and-out defensive mid either for City. You know, it's going to leave their midfield very open.
Yeah, and it was funny because our mutual friend Luke said in our group chat that there's something open in that midfield, which Man City, all they have to do is do what they've done all season, just turn up. Silva, what's Silva doing here? Oh, that wasn't a foul. Come on, Reg. There's no contact in that. What you? Oh.
Told you, Spanish referee.
There's no contact in that, though. I mean, look, Kyle Walker, they touched him, and Thiago just goes down. Oh, for God's sake. What is this? What is this? I never touched him.
It just fell over.
It just fell over. Oh, come on, ref. Come on.
Greg says City will win 3-1. Gabby says 2-1 to Chelsea. And our friend Stu Davis, one of the team here at LTS, says 2-0 City. He says 2-0 City. So I Stu, mate. He agreed with me before. I did a vote on Liverpool's goal of the season poll. I know it's not about Liverpool tonight, but just a quick one because Stu on there.
No, go ahead.
I voted for Alisson's goal against West Brom for that. You know, not just because it was a quality header.
Yeah, the meaning of it.
Yeah.
And I do. Well, it's simple as that, Joe. If he hadn't scored that goal, I don't think you'd have had Champions League football.
Oh, Sterling's in. No. It's denied in the end.
Of course he hasn't. Of course he hasn't, Joe. It's Sterling.
It was in, and then James got across to put a foot in, and then a combination of him and Mendy get it behind. But I'm not sure if the flag's gone up, you know. I'm not sure.
God, you must be way ahead of me.
Yeah, I've only just seen it now, so I think Joe's ahead of us, but that's fine.
I'm on 7:48.
I'll tell you in a minute. I'm using the YouTube stream that they've put on BT tonight, which is good. It's pretty decent at BT Sport to actually put the game on for free, which they don't actually have to.
Yeah.
I'm 750 now.
I'm on 755, 756, 57. So yeah.
About 20 seconds, I think.
Yeah. I said this to Dad earlier, Joe, that from my past experience, Joe will be ahead of us two, and I'll be second, and Dad will be Dad will be third.
I think we're about the same, aren't we?
Yeah, we're not far off. But yeah, let us know, folks, where you're watching the game from tonight. Get in touch on the live chat page. Where are you watching it from? Are you doing it from Africa, the Americas, in Europe? Are you actually in Porto tonight? Because I'm sure Porto will be full of plastic cups after tonight. I'll be very surprised if it isn't, because a lot of beers would have been drank throughout the day.
Looks as though they've all got plastic glasses this afternoon.
Only for today. Oh, go on.
Go on. Oh, Werner, what are you doing?
Werner, man. Come on.
Oh, Havertz down the left, plays the ball across, and Werner just completely miscues it.
What is Edison doing? Edison's going so far out before it's even near.
And now it's Sterling down the other end at pace. He plays it across. Oh, and it's a great challenge in there. But it's back out to Zinchenko. So, Jamie, it's Sterling.
No, go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
Sterling teasing Aspilicueta back across to Gundogan. Gundogan again, and it's just City about 25 yards from goal, just playing about with the ball. But Zinchenko plays it to the edge of the penalty area. Back to Zinchenko again. He can whip a ball in. No, he doesn't. He plays it to Sterling instead. City still piling on the pressure, Jamie. Inside. And James is in there to deny Silva. But then it's back in City possession, and it's out for a throw. So, Jamie, you were about to say?
No. I mean, that was great commentary. I mean, I was Chelsea on the back foot then looked really scary. City had quite a lot of space around them on the left-hand side. But I think Zinchenko...
It's got end-to-end stuff, this.
It is. 10 minutes in. Zinchenko is playing brilliantly.
Everybody's having a go. Yeah.
I mean, that moment from Werner, though, Joe, that's Werner's season's full stop, isn't it? He just can't do it. And someone actually said he'll probably score a goal tonight and he'll get disallowed because that's been his season, full stop.
Yeah, and last season he was banging them in for Leipzig. I think it's a confidence thing mostly for Timo Werner. Obviously, he gets a lot of goals disallowed as well, which will dent your confidence as well. Because even though you're putting it in the back of the net, you just think, oh, the flag's probably going to go up anyway.
Exactly.
And in that one, looking at the replay, he's kept his eye on the ball. So I just don't know what's happened there where he's missed time. Maybe it's because it's on his weaker side. I'm not sure. Just to jump back to the midfield thing, Stu's been in the chat. He said Gundogan's going to play defensive mid like he did pre-De Bruyne injury. And Greg says, Jamie, how do you feel after United lost in the Europa League? Still, you're not. You can't win a trophy for 4 years. And if City win tonight, Manchester is blue. Definitely no argument. I don't know though, because Manchester United, as much as I hate to defend them, I've got 3 European Cups. So
I'll say this now, Greg. Man City are in the right place, but come back to us when you've won 13 Premier League titles and 3 European Cups. But no, I honestly, Greg, I'm gutted. We are living in an era where Man City have taken us off the perch. Regardless of how they've done it, they've done it. We'll see what happens tonight, but a Champions League trophy is needed for Manchester City to become that club that will be taken seriously around the world and to become a bigger name. Joe will tell you as a Liverpool fan that they won the European Cup in 2005 and they had to wait 20 years, and it helped them. Even though they didn't win anything else that season, a European Cup can do so much wonders for the likes of Gerrard and Alonso and Rafael Benitez in that squad. This is what I love about the Champions League, though. It's become a tournament where it's not just about the money. It's not just about the history. It puts the club on the map. You will remember them even if they only win 1 trophy. I mean, look, we're playing in Porto tonight. FC Porto have only got 1 Champions League under their name. But who remembers that 2004 squad that absolutely thrashed Monaco 4-0 against Patrice Evra's team as well before he joined Man United under the great mastermind of Jose Mourinho. One Champions League can make a club so much bigger in a million miles. And I'll say this now to Man City, as much as I dislike the fact that they're trying to get us off the perch, they're doing that at the moment. And I never would have imagined this back in 2008 when the owners bought them.
Hang on.
Well,
it's a chance. Werner! Oh!
He should have been around when Forest won it twice.
Yeah.
2 years on the trot.
And all fairness to Nottingham Forest as well, Dad, they were the only team that had won it 2 years on the trot until we went into it recently. Come on, Werner! Oh, Werner! Man! He should have scored. I'm sorry, why didn't he get some air on that?
He should have to, but he's in again. He's in. Werner! Oh, he's at the side netting.
Has he missed? Oh, is
he played like this in the semi-final.
Tuchel's proper pumped. He's proper going for it with the fans like that. Get some noise behind us, he's saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's one of those that.
Come on, Werner.
Hey, up again.
Oh! Ed, I tell you what. Look at this. Oh, you're right, Joe. I mean, that is great to see. This is the match of the season. You've got to get your people behind it. Get that blood relishing. Oh, it's so good. You know what? In all fairness, Joe, it's like Fernando Torres, isn't it? When he scored that goal at Barcelona. If Werner can score tonight, all that money's been repaid if they win. It really is. It really is.
How much does he get for winning it?
That's a good question.
Oh, right.
Oh, can I point out a message to Darren Hughes? He has sent us £3.60 towards our PayPal account. So thank you very much, Darren. Really appreciate it, mate. If you haven't yet, folks, feel free to buy us a beer. There's a link in the PayPal link in our description. Do donate. Obviously, you don't have to, but we really appreciate your support to keep the channel going.
Go on.
Thank you. Ooh.
I don't drink.
Neither do I. I'll have a J2O.
I like J2Os, yeah.
Hey.
What flavour do you like?
Orange and passion fruit.
Oh, I tried that at Christmas. A friend of mine brought me a pack. It was quite nice, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, okay. I like the apple and mango, my favourite, and apple and raspberry.
Nice,
apple and mango is very nice. Very nice and sweet. We've got a comment in from Jamie Robb saying, "Hi Jamie, it's Jamie from Folkestone, Kent. Do you remember me from last Sunday night's PGA Championship watch along? I fell asleep after 14 holes, but our wish was answered with Phil's amazing win. I mean, wasn't it great? Wasn't it great, Jamie? You know, we saw the oldest man ever to win a major golf championship at the
One
age
of my heroes.
50. It was absolutely. Oh, and I'll say this now on behalf of Dad. He has a lot. He has heroes that he keeps quiet. And me and my dad were talking about Phil Mickelson leading the championship ahead of the final day, and it was a breath of fresh air. You know, this is a guy who has had all sorts of family problems with his wife having cancer, and it's absolutely fantastic that after all these years, Joe, Phil Mickelson has proven that even though, you know, a lot of people can just accept that they've won 5 majors and gone, you know what, I don't have to win anything more. But no, Phil Mickelson that night in at the Ocean Course, you know, decided, you know what, I can do this. And his brother made a big influence that night. There's a lot of voice messages that has been recorded between Tim Mickelson and Phil Mickelson. And when Phil Mickelson doubted himself, Tim Mickelson said to him, "You're going to make history here today, and I'll promise you that if you carry on playing your golf, you will." And yeah, Phil Mickelson winning his 6th major and the oldest man to do it is absolutely fantastic. And actually, for any of you lot who are golf fans, do join me and Joe and Crystal Rose, if you're watching, Crystal, to join us for the US Open in a few weeks, because that is the only major that Phil Mickelson has never won. And it's in his home city as well, in San Diego. So let's hope he can do it again.
I want a photograph of you with Phil Mickelson at the British Open.
Oh.
Well, I could always ask. I could always see if
you can always ask him when he passes by.
Well, he's we actually do this thing, Dad, at the Open where we have to get all the previous major winners in the press conferences before the tournament. So he'll be in our press conference, no doubt. So I can always ask.
There you go.
There you go. That's my opportunity.
Give him a kiss from me.
But that's the thing with Phil Mickelson. I know this isn't football related, but Phil Mickelson is the nicest guy on the planet. I've met him a couple of times, and I remember when I said to him, "Well done on being in the top 50 in the last 20 years in golf." And he literally just said to me, you know, "Thank you, I really appreciate it." And a lot of people can look at him and say he says that to all his fans, but he does care. He is the fans' favourite. He's along with Tiger Woods. He's an absolute champion. So well done to him.
Phil Mickelson, if you're watching us, let us know.
Yeah. Get in touch, man. We'll buy you a beer. You deserve one after last week.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Greg's in the comments again. He says, "And can I say Brentford have finally made it to the Premier League? Finally, they were so lucky, but I'm really glad Brentford are in the Prem. Need to spend a bit more money if they want to stay up, though. I think they can do well if they spend a lot of money. They could become Leeds and finish high in the first season." Gabby says you guys are like 30 seconds ahead, so she's going to leave. Enjoy.
Oh, Gabby, don't go.
Come
on, Gabby. Come on, Gabby.
Why didn't she just pause the stream for 30 seconds then?
Who's that, Gabby Roslin?
No.
And Greg's in again. He says, "Jamie, have to give you a few drinks after I bet Phil to win the PGA Championship. Price was at 250 to 1 and put £4 on and got £600 back."
Oh, Greg,
well done.
Greg, if that's the case, donate on our link in the description. Buy us a beer. Go on, lad.
No, J2O.
J2O, hey.
J2O for Joe and Ian. But no, Greg, really appreciate your support over the last few weeks. It's been great to have you on the chat page. Regardless of the sport, Greg's always been there to talk to us while we're live. And look at this. You've got the Man City bench camera on. You've got Aguero and Nathan Ake there. It's crazy to think that they're on the bench, Joe. You know, these two are quality players.
Yeah. Aguero could be the key to this game.
You know what, Dad? It's funny. I feel like it's like Didier Drogba's last game for Chelsea again. Remember when he scored the winning goal? It feels like that. Yeah, it feels like that. Because
we already 2 the other night, didn't he?
He did. We're goalless here after 20 minutes.
De Bruyne is in. He plays it. No. Great challenge there by Aspilicueta. He's about to play it across the box for a tap-in. Aspilicueta slides across and prevents the ball going across there.
Chelsea are looking sharp for me.
Hey, Gabby's back. Yay, Gabby. Yay.
Hey, Gabby!
Hey, 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 hey.
Is she actually back? I
Yeah,
haven't seen it.
she says in the comments I'm back.
Oh, I saw the match out. Good on you, Gabby. Gabby.
Jamie Robb says Phil missed the cut at Colonial this week, so yes,
Yeah,
Ian,
did.
he may be watching.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
But in all fairness, I was reading that Phil Mickelson was having quite a late family celebration after he won the major. You know what was really sweet, Joe? He travelled back home on the night he won the USPGA because he said to his wife, "I'm going to come home that night. I'm not going to stay at the Ocean Course." Yeah, it's understandable why he'd missed the cut. He had a lot going on this week. But yeah, Phil Mickelson's a true legend in golf. He's the example of you can have a family member suffering and you can help support it in your own wisdom.
Oh, what a ball
here
that
comes
is.
Chelsea. Ooh,
Nobody wide.
no, there isn't.
What did you make
What
of
have
it?
we been talking about? Wide players.
Yeah, what do you think of that, Joey? You know, wide players. We don't see that enough, do we? Oh, Chilwell. Oh, I couldn't find Werner.
Oh,
Oh. This, I
They're
tell you
looking sharp here,
what,
Chelsea.
this is a good end-to-end game. We've had 20. I can't believe it's been 22 minutes, but this is a good game. Up is James. James on the right wing. On to Werner. Werner a bit out of his own area there. He's relying on James again. James crossing. Oh, headed away. John Stones marked his man. It's now Rudiger. Rudiger's this deep in. He's midway in City's half here. He's going to have to go back, though. Centre circle, Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva, who has been a Champions League... Well, not a Champions League winner. I do apologise. He was a Champions League finalist under Thomas Tuchel last year when PSG lost to Bayern Munich by a 0-0 in what was an empty stadium in Portugal, Joe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Portugal hosting the Champions League final for 2 years on the trot.
Yeah. The Dragao is actually on my bucket list of stadiums to visit. It's quite a nice stadium.
Is it? Oh, okay. Yeah. It is a nice stadium, isn't it? My mate Miguel, if you're watching Miguel, I hope you're enjoying it because he lives in Porto. He's a big FC Porto fan. Hey?
Dan Maguire.
No, Miguel.
A mate of mine's been. I think it was Steve went a couple of years ago. When Liverpool played them. On our road to winning number 6, and he went in. He said it was a nice stadium, so it's on the list. It's not as high as the Nou Camp, Bernabeu, Wanda Metropolitano, Westfall Stadion, etc. But it's on the list.
Yeah, Gabby asks, "How are you lot anyway?" I'm very well, thanks, Gabby. To be honest, Gabby, it's always a pleasure to watch the football with my dad and my good friend Joe, so it's always great to see. But appreciate you lot at home watching it with us. Let us know, folks, on the chat page where you're watching it from tonight. And if you really want to, feel free to buy us a beer on the PayPal link in the description.
J2O.
J2O for Ian and Joe.
Greg,
thanks to Darren, who's donated already, so really appreciate it. And Zinchenko, who looks like Kevin De Bruyne's brother, has made the throne, which it's weird, isn't it, Dad? Kevin De Bruyne playing against Chelsea, where he started as well in a Champions League final. I can't believe Chelsea once had Lukaku, Mo Salah, and Kevin De Bruyne.
And now they got none of them.
Chelsea have got a free kick here. Just as we reach 25 minutes, and you can hear the Chelsea supporters, they're getting up for it. Jack.
There's plenty of them.
Plenty of them. There's a lot of them in Porto who have just travelled. They've not got a ticket. But that's the beauty of football. Football is that one thing where you can get everyone together regardless of the result.
It's like a nice ground, also.
It's beautiful. And I can see why Jerry wants to travel to it. James with the cross. Oh, no one there. It's headed out. Chelsea still have it in possession. And they've gone back to the edge of the centre circle with Kante, and it's gone all the way back
Look
to
at that.
Mendy. What? After
All the
all
way
that?
back to the
After
bloody
all
goalkeeper.
that? Exactly. After all that.
Greg says.
It's funny.
Also, Jay.
Oh, go on, Joey. Go on.
He says he loves the live stream and knows we banter about our teams. This is to you, Jamie. It's all a good laugh. Stu
What's
says. He said the banter. He said he loves the live stream, Jamie. He says this is for you. Greg says, and he loves the banter between you and him in the teams. Stu says.
Cheers, Greg.
Stu says the drag hours on his bucket list too. Maybe the LTS lads. This is for me. Could have a weekend in Porto. Yeah, when all this is blown over.
Why not? Why not?
Jamie Robb says, as a Tottenham Hotspur fan, let's hope for a better final than 2019. And Stu says, watching in a pub with a few City fans, had to explain what a European Cup was to them.
Oh, right. Who said that?
Stu.
Who said that?
Stu.
Stu. Oh, Stu. That's a great response. Oh, we love you, Stu.
It's a silver thing with big handles.
It's actually the ears of the
Hang
Champions
on.
League trophy is nearly as big as Gary Lineker.
Oh yeah. I've lifted that trophy on 3 occasions.
It's heavy, isn't it?
Oh, just
It's
a bit.
heavy. When I was working as a tour guide at Man U, I lifted it and it's very heavy. Oh, Foden! Oh, deflected and Mendy's got there. Oh, Rudiger. I tell you what, I wasn't a big fan of Rudiger until Tuchel came along, and I think Tuchel made him a proper centre back. You know, he's made him stronger, and he's not been messing around.
What a cracking game this is.
This is a great game. This is open. This.
I remember
This is better than Wrexham and bloody Dagenham and Redbridge.
before the game, Jamie, they were talking about Lampard. You know how he was manager, and then he obviously club legend manager, and then they binned him off for Tuchel. And at the time, I wasn't happy with it. I know I'm not a Chelsea fan or anything, but I just thought, Chelsea showed a lack of respect to one of their greatest ever players and a club legend. He should have been given more time. But then Tuchel's come in. He's got Champions League football and to a Champions League final. So, yes, it was disrespectful to Lampard and ruthless, but you can't argue with the result, especially if they win the second European Cup tonight.
It's funny, Joe. It's funny, Joe.
I saw Tuchel interviewed after one of the matches, live matches. I can't remember the match, but Tuchel actually acknowledged what Lampard had done.
Oh, did he?
In all fairness to him, yeah.
Oh, did he? That's fair play to him. Yeah, it's weird, Joe. I feel like that was a long time ago when Lampard was manager as well.
Yeah.
But I
You were boring, though.
it's a weird one. It's a weird one. What's that?
Chelsea under Lampard were boring.
They weren't great.
Oh,
Oh, thanks,
different
Gabby.
side.
Oh, thanks, Gabby. Who's just donated $2.99 saying I've enjoyed the stream, guys. Cheers. Oh, thanks, Gabby.
Thank you, Gabby.
Well, big thanks to you, Gabby, for joining me on the Women's Champions League final a few weeks ago, which was hard for her because she saw Chelsea go 4-0 down at half time against Barcelona in the Women's Champions League. So, no, appreciate that, Gabby. Really, really do. If you want to donate, folks, do that on the super chat or on our PayPal link in the description.
Well, you're going to pay for the beer you had this afternoon.
No. Oh, Mahrez. Oh, Mahrez. If only he was in the right place at the right time there. I think that was Mahrez anyway.
It might have
This is
been.
one of those games you'll watch again.
At this rate, definitely. Oh, shot blocked.
It's interesting to see what a difference a goal makes.
I'll tell you what. We got to give a shout out to Chelsea's goalkeeper, Mendy. This was a guy who a few years ago was struggling to make ends meet as a goalkeeper. And it's mad to think that he's a Champions League goalkeeper now. He had a kid, he had a wife. Well, I don't know if he had a wife. He had a partner anyway that he was raising a kid with. And Mendy was struggling, got told by his agent at the end of a summer transfer window to say, you may have to look for another job because no one wants you.
Who signed him?
Well, Chelsea signed him last summer, but I'm trying to remember where
Was
he
that
came from.
Lampard?
Lampard signed him last summer because they
Oh,
didn't
right.
obviously believe in Kepa, and he's still there as their second goalkeeper. I'm trying to remember. He was from a French club, I think. I can't remember from the top of my head. But
Was it Ren? I'm sure it was Ren.
I think it was Rennes. I think you're right, Joe.
A bit like Cech,
And
because Cech came from Ren to Chelsea.
he did. And Mendy's a great credit because I actually think he's a very good goalkeeper. You know, this is what I love about stuff like tonight, where you see these stories happen for. I mean, look at Mason Mount. You know, Mason Mount, who's a big Chelsea fan, representing his club at such a young age at a Champions League final. It's a lot of credit for him, and Phil Foden. You know, it's fantastic to see the. You know, we should be proud as England football fans. We've got English players tonight in the Champions League final ahead of the Euros. Which, quite frankly, lads, if we can get it right, why can't we? But we've got to hope that Gareth Southgate can do a good job as well with the management of that squad.
Well-
Isn't Petr Cech the technical advisor at Chelsea?
Yeah. Sporting director or something, yeah.
Yeah. That's perhaps why Mendy's good.
Could be.
Yeah.
If you haven't already, guys, don't forget to like the stream, please, as well. Obviously, you commented and stuff as well. Thank you for that, and subscribe to the channel if you're new to the channel as well. I forgot to say that so far.
Yeah, we're close to 2,900 subscribers, so any new subscribers really helps support the channel. Thank you very much. Let us know in the chat page as well, folks, where you're watching the game from.
Uh-oh.
Oh, there's an injury there, but looks like Chelsea are going to play on.
Here's-
James, what's James doing so far up? He's only got 2 options.
Here's a question, Jamie, from Greg. He says, thoughts about Pochettino could go back to Tottenham. He thinks there's no chance because he's at PSG and they're big financially, where Tottenham obviously don't have the finances.
No, big
Well,
mistake.
They should, Tottenham were... I mean, Daniel Levy's an idiot. Why did he let him go? Like, he let him go just only a few months after they reached their first ever Champions League final. Yeah,
I think the ex-Bournemouth guy would suit that game. That team.
Eddie Howe.
I
Yeah.
think Roberto Martinez deserves to go. You know,
Eddie Howe's just turned down Celtic.
he has, and it looks as though Celtic... Something tells me Celtic couldn't give him what he wanted, from what I've read in their statement. I think Celtic are in trouble.
Here's a shout. Eddie Howe to Palace.
Yeah.
Because Hodgson's gone.
He wants to be the manager in the summer, doesn't he? He said he wants to get back into management this summer.
What was it? Jamie Robb says, a big shout out to Brentford for winning the playoffs. Wonderful football club, and we'll be great to see in the Prem next year. He also goes on to say, to be honest, Greg, I think the deal for Poch to go back to Tottenham's done. He said, might be wrong, but he can see it happening. You see, I'm a firm believer in never go back myself, because it doesn't always work out.
Spot on.
Oh, really, lads? Really?
Yeah.
I can understand what you mean, because you can go back and laugh at the owner and go, ha, you needed me after all this. But yeah, I know what you mean. When someone gets rid of you, it feels great to actually not go back and go, yeah, you see, you did need me after all that.
What?
And then Greg
The
says...
Dogan just got booked.
Greg
Nothing
says
than
that Jamie Robb, realistic PSG is bigger financially than Tottenham. Yeah, they are financially, but bigger club, I don't know. They're
Thing
probably
is,
about...
though, I'll say this now for Poch. He fucked up, didn't he? He should have won that league with the team he had, and Lille beat him to it. But yeah, Pep Guardiola wearing the black skinny jeans, black jumper, and white t-shirt, his normal, usual fashion trend. And look who's warming up. The one player who I think is one of the most underrated strikers in the world, Olivier Giroud.
It looks like, what's his name? He's got a hernia problem.
Yeah, Thiago Silva.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't look good. But there's Thomas Tuchel, who, by the way, needs a hair transplant.
Don't we all?
I don't think you do, Joe. You've got a good set of head of hair.
Thank you.
A good set of hands.
Please donate in the LinkedIn page. It's turned from a not LinkedIn, sorry, what was it called? The PayPal page. It's turned from a beer page to a hair transplant page for Tuchel.
Yeah, do donate, folks. If you want to buy us a beer, we really appreciate your support. Austin Muzieli is watching from Kenya. Oh, thanks, Austin. Hope you're enjoying it. Who are you supporting tonight, Austin? Man City or Chelsea, or are you a neutral like us three here? Got to give UEFA a lot of credit though, lads, because it was only a few weeks ago UEFA had to make the changes so that it was in Porto. You know, I'd imagine the organisation last minute was quite stressful.
Yeah, it's going to be quite tough because obviously they planned for it to be in Istanbul. As a Liverpool fan, I'm glad it wasn't in Istanbul because we can keep Istanbul as ours. Hang on, Chelsea forward, Kante. It's Havertz. He's passed one, passed two, and then Zinchenko gets a foot in and denies him. Took too long before trying to whip that shot in. Greg says he agrees. He thinks Howe will go to Palace. And Jamie Robb says Tuchel should ask Harry Kane about the hair transplants.
Is it me, Joe, or looking back at that Havertz chance? Why did he have to take a step back?
Yeah.
I think Zinchenko was asking for that.
He's got it on his right foot. I know I think Havertz is left-footed, but surely as a professional footballer you can use either side. Just drill it hard and low past the goalkeeper. I'm looking at the replay now. He's taken that touch, get out your feet and bang, right-footed, but he's taken the touch inside and Zinchenko's just like, thank you very much.
Do you think Kane's going to end up at City?
I had a feeling that he'd end up at Chelsea, you know, because...
Really?
Only because Chelsea can afford him, yes. And because if he goes to Chelsea, he doesn't have to relocate his family from London. If he goes to Manchester, he's got the rigmarole of going up north, and he's a London lad, isn't he, Kane, as well. That was my thinking behind it. Obviously, City and Manchester United have also got the finances, so it's one of those.
I just have this feeling Man United might go in for him.
I think he might stay.
You know what? If Pochettino goes to Spurs, I think he'll stay. But there's rumours that the reason why Tottenham want Pochettino back is so that they could try and get Mbappe or Neymar, which I think's hilarious.
Well, it's the end of Thiago Silva's night, Jamie.
Yeah, that's a shame. I mean, Thiago Silva's an absolute veteran. You know, he's 36 now. I think he's been great for Chelsea this season as a centre back. You know, he's a free transfer, but you know, Thomas Tuchel, I'm sure, was delighted to be reunited to him. But this is a risk, lads, because I'm not a big fan of Andreas Christensen. I think he makes mistakes, and I think for Tuchel and for Chelsea fans, they'll feel a little bit nervous now because Christensen has not been a regular player in the last few months. That's a shame. And you know what? Thiago Silva is that one player who has been one of the best defenders in the world over the last 10 years. And still to this day amazes me that...
going into hospital for a hernia.
Tonight, you reckon?
Sometime this week.
Yeah. He doesn't look good.
He needs to be careful though. If he lifts that trophy later, that he doesn't make it worse. Imagine just going, no, I'll leave it. I'll just put it down. I'll get that later.
You could operate him on him now and he'll be all right for full time.
Well, I remember when me and Dad watched a United game once with Rooney and he had a hernia. You could tell the moment he was limping off, he had a hernia.
He's another one that's had a hair transplant as well.
Yeah, it didn't go well, did it?
And he's had a granny, but that's another thing. So I can't resist every time Rooney.
We got Gabby saying, so Joe, you're a Liverpool fan, Jamie's a United fan. What about Ian? Well, Ian's a Stoke City fan, Gabby. He was there in was it 1971, Ian or Dad? Was it 1971 you saw Stoke win their League Cup?
Yeah, at Wembley.
Which was when the two towers were there.
We beat Chelsea.
Yeah, they beat Chelsea.
We
Yeah,
beat
speak of
Chelsea
the
in the
devil.
League
Yeah,
Cup.
yeah. We've got 5 minutes left of
Oh,
half time here.
our old
Until
friend-
half time, which is.
Our old friend Andy Bernard, I mean Jamie Burgoyne, is in the chat. He says, "I've had a hernia, not fun." Yeah, you have, didn't you, mate? You said
He
about
did,
that.
didn't he? I forgot all about that, Burgoyne. Yeah, I forgot
I've
about
had
that.
2.
You've had 2.
You've had 2.
What?
Yeah.
What is a hernia though? Like,
It's
why
when
does
your
it happen?
It's when your stomach pops through your muscle more. It can actually kill you.
God, that's scary.
The muscle can actually squeeze your stomach, your tummy, and it can kill you.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Greg says, "Imagine Harry Kane going to City with Kevin De Bruyne in the middle. With the amount of assists he can produce, it's unbelievable. 9 times out of 10, Harry Kane does not miss in front of goal."
Yeah.
And
Yeah. I mean, Harry Kane said as well, Joe, recently that his dream is to play with someone like Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to play with Kevin De Bruyne? I'm sorry, but Kevin De Bruyne is.
oh, hang on. Havertz is in. He's around the goalkeeper. It's Kai Havertz. It's 1-0 to Chelsea.
He scored!
He scored.
Oh! I haven't seen the goal yet, Joe, but that's amazing.
Oh,
Wow, Kai Havertz.
and all that money. All that money.
What a ball. Oh, what a goal. Oh, well done. What a ball. Well done. That's beautiful. Well done.
Oh,
That's
brilliant.
a great ball, Joe. That's a great ball. What a moment. What a moment. You know what? Fair play to Kai Havertz. He's had a difficult season in the English Premier League. But what a moment for him. And there he is, Pep Guardiola, apparently the genius that he is, who isn't, is there sulking on the bench. Who it helps when you've got the money around you, doesn't it, mate? So, yeah.
Why are you crying, Pep Guardiola?
To brown ones at half time.
I meant to ask Jamie, are you running the
what a
social
goal.
media tonight?
No, I'm not. I must admit. It's all right. Don't worry, Joe. We don't have to. It's
That's
all
right.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Gabby says, let's go.
Let's go. Absolutely. I said this, though, before the game kicked off. The pressure feels like Man City were creating it themselves. What a moment that is for You know what? This first half has been great. It's been a great. You know what? We haven't seen a Champions League final like this in a while because we saw Tottenham and Liverpool being pretty dull, to be honest. For Joe, it was great because they obviously won it. But you know, as a neutral, this is great to watch. It's end-to-end stuff. We've got 2 minutes left to go until half time, and this is. Look, I'll say this now for Chelsea. Yes, they're leading, but Man City, we know what they can do. They can turn it on when they need to.
Oh, Begoin's in the comments. He says, "Hello, Ian. Have you got any more embarrassing stories about Jamie we can use in the upcoming show? Please keep it PC. Please keep it PC, Ian. Please keep it PC." Begoin says his hernia was in the groin with a laughing emoji. Don't know what's so funny about that. And Greg says, "I've had a hernia surgery 2 years ago because I played so much rugby and it's not fun at all." I hope you're all recovered now, Greg, and stuff. I hope you're all recovered and well from your hernia
He played
surgeries.
so much rugby. I didn't know that, Greg. Didn't know you're a rugby fan.
What's your team? Rugby team, Greg? Obviously, I'm guessing based in Scotland, it's the national team, but I don't know if you've got like a club team. Have you got anyone like that? My mum was watching the rugby. Mum and Dad were watching the rugby when I come home from work. They had the Harlequins game on, and then they watched the Northampton versus Wasps game. I can't tell you the scores because I wasn't really paying that much attention.
Oh, Jamie, you've got a claim to fame with rugby.
When France scored the late winning try against Wales, that was an amazing moment. Which, thanks to World Rugby, they actually featured the moment it happened on our channel. So, yeah, we appreciate that back in March. One of the greatest matches I've ever seen in rugby. France keep pushing on and they got the win. But they didn't beat Scotland in that final round. 3 minutes of added time I'm seeing here. 3 minutes in the first half. That's a lot of minutes. This has been a great first half. It's such a shame it's not a full house, but at least we've got fans in for this. and no more of that fake crowd noise, which quite frankly was shit.
Oh, it does my head in.
Oh, it was terrible. But did you ever notice that you could hear that noise in the background that would repeat after like minutes because you knew they were just having the loop. They had it on loop, didn't they? The crowd noise. It was so bad. But I get it. You know, it was that or nothing. But I think the great thing I've loved about matches in lockdown is actually hearing what they say. You can hear exactly what they're saying. But it annoyed me when the commentators would apologise for them swearing. I'm just thinking, it's not your fault. You know, why do you have to apologise? It's just cool, you know, being under pressure and getting the job done. Oh, is Werner in the box? Oh, Werner, what was that?
You can hear it. You can hear the language half the time anyway.
At the Dagenham and Redbridge today,
yeah,
kept apologising for all the swearing that was coming from the Wrexham fans.
Yeah. I've just sent a text to Jack. I've put Havertz. Yeah, you've got to join us at full time if you win.
Is he watching it at home? Is he, or is he in work?
Well,
or
I don't know if you know this, Joe. Jack Price, he's a Chelsea fan, as you know.
Yeah.
His mum's a Chelsea fan, but his dad's a Man City fan.
Oh,
so
imagine
what the front room is like.
They've got a home end and an away end, or should I say Chelsea end and a City end.
Yeah. So they've got it. Yeah. In all fairness to Jack's dad, if you are watching, Jack's dad has been a Man City ever since he can remember. So he's been there when Man City were in League Two, nearly went into non-league. Chelsea's defence there. What's going on? Mendy and Rudiger miscommunicating. Why can't they just boot the ball out? You've only got a few seconds left of the first half. Just boot it out. I mean, just make sure you lead at half time.
There's a few more comments in the hernia section from Begoy. He says his was done lifting boxes in a bar, and then he says, "Yeah, my hernia was the inguinal muscle in the groin, natural human weak spot. Got some horror stories I won't mention on stream, but I know this. Bend your knees and I know your limits." And then Jamie Robb says, "What about your bird tweeting last Sunday at Kiowa Island, Jamie? What was this all about?"
I beg pardon.
And then
last Sunday. What about your bird tweeting last Sunday at Kiowa Island, Jamie? What? It depends what you mean by bird, Jamie. Do you mean a girl or a bird? I don't know what you mean.
And then Greg says, "No, I play for a team in East Lothian called Haddington." And then Gabby says, "Greg, you're from Edinburgh, right? If so, how many platforms are there at a train station?" With a laughing emojis. And it's half time, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Blimey.
Cracking half.
Great half. Man City don't look good. I'll say this now about City. They don't look like they've got themselves out of the park at all.
Oh, I forgot.
I bet your Aguero's on the second half.
Well, it feels like it's there for him to do it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Guys, I'll be right back. Joe, I've just got to go to the toilet.
It's okay. And my apologies, within all the excitement of the Havertz goal, I forgot to change the scoreboard to people will think it was 0-0 at half time. It is 1-0 to Chelsea. And Greg says there's a lot of platforms at a train station in Edinburgh. So there we go. What do you make of that first half, Ian?
Superb. Best game I've seen this afternoon. By a long straw. Mind you, Brentford played quite well.
I did watch a little bit.
Look forward to seeing them in the Premiership.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be quite interesting, really.
I did see a little bit of the playoff final. What's the bettings on Ivan Toney being high up in the scoring charts next season? Especially from the penalty spot.
Well, it's gone 33 this season, is it? 32 or 33. They look quite handy. He's definitely one to watch. But he's going to be playing against a different set of defence, isn't he? In the Premier League. We see what he does in the first few games.
Oh gosh, Jermaine Genius is doing an advert for PC World now. Oh, Begoyne's giving me a question. He says, if you could choose one City player to move to Liverpool, who's cleaning the toilets? I'll give you.
Television.
If I could pick
brilliant.
one player to join Liverpool to actually play, I know that wasn't the question you asked. I'll answer your question properly, mate. To actually play for Liverpool, I'd pick De Bruyne. To clean the toilets, I'd pick Sterling just to teach him a lesson.
Handbag man.
And I'd make sure I go in there and make it messy before he has to clean it.
You want a nice squashy pie?
If you've got any more questions, guys, let us know in the comments below and we'll answer them. And what have you guys thought of the final so far? Because it's been quite end-to-end, and it's at the moment it's the final that we're hoping for, where it's end-to-end and lots of action. Cards, goals, the lot. Another question is, what does Pep Guardiola have to do at half-time to change this thing around for Manchester City? What do you reckon, Ian?
Go on.
Put Aguero. Who did you take off? Sterling? It's got to be Sterling, surely.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
My problem with Sterling is that he can't do it in the big games.
Yeah. I didn't realise you were back then, Jamie.
Rashford. Oh no, I sneaked in.
Hello, the dog.
Like the cat. They call him the cat.
Come on, dog.
My cat normally is asleep on my bed, but she's not here. Or let's talk sport. Some people know.
Ooh, talking about painful injuries, Greg's back in the comments. I had my nose nearly ripped off when playing rugby. I had to get 40 stitches. I could pull my nose back and see inside of my nose. No, thank you. I've normally got a strong stomach, but that sounds grim.
That's the dog.
That sounds
Hello,
grim, mate.
dog.
I once had played football, and I didn't realise this until the next day. So it was more than 24 hours afterwards that I dislocated my toes while I was playing.
What, you did?
Yeah, and I still played the game.
Ow.
Scored twice. Oh, there's the dog.
Where? Where's the dog?
On your dad's.
away again.
On your dad's suit.
Dad, move the camera because we can hardly see you. Come on.
I was just showing everybody the dog.
So yeah,
Can't see it. Oh, I missed that. I must have missed that.
I dislocated my toes. I got back, got changed, and my foot was like black. And I thought, oh, maybe it's just bruised or broken. I don't know. I even drove. I drove home from where I was playing, which was a 45-minute journey at the time from where I was playing to where I lived at the time. And I said to me, oh, it doesn't look good. My dad's the paramedic. He was at work. And my mum took a picture. My dad's like, oh, he needs to come in. I'll come pick him up. And I was like, nah. In the end, I did go in the next day. They said it wasn't broken. I do air quotes. It wasn't broken. But I just dislocated my toes. But I still think there probably was a fracture in there that just wasn't showing up on the X-ray, because sometimes that happens.
Yeah. That's wow.
I genuinely didn't know.
Why is Jolene Lescott on there? Jolene Lescott. Do you know what Jolene Lescott's role is at Man City? His role is to deal with the loanees at Man City. What job is that?
Just ring up. Is he playing? Yeah. Okay. He wouldn't be here, so bye.
So yeah, if you've just tuned in, folks, half time, Manchester City 0, Chelsea 1. Yeah, Chelsea doing it for themselves at the moment. And I'll be honest, Joe, the way this game has been, I think it's been very open.
Yeah, it's been very open and a very good game of football there. I was a little bit worried that we were going to end up with a bit of a boring final, a bit of stalemate. I know I put 2-2 in my predictions, but I thought maybe it'd be a bit boring, and it'll open up later on, and get a couple of goals, 1-1, an extra time, another couple of goals again. But yeah, it's been really open, really enjoyable. As I was saying before, we've had a goal, we've had injury, we've had cards. It's everything you want in a cup final. Not the injury part, but the goals and the cards, etc. What's Jamie said? Guys, in the crazy scenes that are the managerial musical chairs, where will tactical maestro Stuart Davies go? He's conquered Cowden Beef, De Graafschap and Fulham were next.
That's on the video game Football Manager, in case you lot are wondering.
Big Stu, let us know. This could be an exclusive.
Stuart's one of our regulars and contributors on our channel who, if you're watching, Stuart, we've really enjoyed your input this season. He's a Liverpool fan along with Joe. Sadly, they don't have taste, but we can accept them still.
I try not to laugh. They've just shown the Gallagher brothers sat in separate areas because they don't get on well with one another in the crowd. Both having,
they both there, are they?
Both having tantrums. One's got the hood up and one hasn't. I couldn't tell you who's who. And then they've shown Roman Abramovich just high-fiving everyone in the technical box. I hope he's got sanitizer.
I've just seen it now, and Andrei Shevchenko is there, isn't he?
Aye.
Hey, Abramovich is there.
He is. It's funny because Abramovich can't watch them in England at the moment because he's not allowed in, apparently.
Darren's in the comments below talking about his injury woes. He said he broke his finger whilst playing as a goalkeeper. Finished the game, didn't affect my performance. I was terrible before, and I was still terrible afterwards.
I didn't know that, Darren. Darren's fingers have proven to be very good, though, in the sound and tech industry.
Got one for you.
Go on.
Who broke his neck in the cup final and carried on playing?
Oh, is it Bert Troutman, was he called?
Spot on.
Yeah.
Bert Troutman, correct.
Yeah, Manchester City.
He is the hardest footballer of all time.
Didn't he play on the wing, or? Yeah, when he broke his neck. Yeah, when he broke his neck. When he broke his neck, didn't they put him on the wing, or did he finish the game in net?
I think he finished the game as a goalkeeper, didn't he?
No, he finished the game as a goalkeeper.
Oh, he finished the game as a goalkeeper.
Funny enough, the... who was it?
I just need to go.
Oh, what's that? Oh, go. The break is what halftime's all about. That's why it was invented. Do get in touch, folks, if you really want to. We've got a donation link in our description, so feel free to buy us a beer. It's in the description. So, if you feel free, any amount will do, whether it's £1, £2, whatever. Really appreciate the support to keep the channel going. If you haven't yet, do subscribe. We're just under 20 subscribers away from reaching 2,900 as we're trying to push for 3,000 subscribers. It's your support that keeps the channel going, so thank you very much. We've got the Euros coming up in a couple of weeks, Joe, haven't we? So a lot more football to look forward to, despite the fact that we have a European game going on tonight. But this is pretty much the kind of preview ahead of what is to be a busy few weeks ahead in Euro 2020. And I'm sure Joe and I and other members of Let's Talk Sport will be doing a preview for it.
Yeah.
Greg Livingstone says, I dislocated my shoulder about a month after my nose got ripped, and then it was... Oh, hang on, we just read that, didn't we?
No. I think the nose one's further up. I don't think we've had this dislocated shoulder one.
Stuart's got in touch again. Says, thanks, guys. Welcome, Stu. Great work. He says, I'm trying to stay quiet in my pub. Why? No. Make sure you're close to death. It's a great feeling, Stu. I've been there before. He says, I'm trying to stay quiet in my pub. I was defending Kai Havertz from City fans, criticising his form. Then he scored immediately after. What are you guys drinking? To be honest with you, I'm quite boring now. I don't drink at home, so I drink blackcurrant as we speak. For Joe, he's probably on J2O.
I've not got a drink with me at the moment, but my drink I had before was a Ribena, believe it or not, Jamie. Cheeky Ribena.
Cheeky Ribena.
Yeah.
He's got the James Milner effect.
Ribena. My favourite drink. Ribena. Don't pour it down the sink.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
I can't sing, but...
Well, James Milner is one of the most underrated players in the world, so whatever James Milner says, you got to go with it.
And I tell you what, he gets criticism for being boring, but he's absolutely hilarious. I've met him on a couple of occasions, and he's so funny. He's really funny.
I mean, you've, as you just said, you've met him, but the way I see James Milner is, I reckon you could have quite a comedy night with him.
Yeah.
regardless of if you go drinking with him or not. But I really like James Milner because when City had him, I thought he was fantastic to watch. But when Liverpool signed him, I was really surprised that City let him go. Because I was one of those that was like, I bet you he does a few good things at Liverpool. And look what he's done. Champions League finalist as well as a Champions League trophy. And a Premier League, Europa League finalist. League Cup finalist. So he's, regardless of what people think of James Milner, he's been a credit to football and for English football and for Liverpool and for Aston Villa. And I'd like to see him go back to Leeds to finish there. But we'll see. I do think Jurgen Klopp has a lot of respect for him. So yeah, they're just showing the highlights again of Kai Havertz's goal. It's a brilliant ball. But I think Joe as well, that moment's so nerve-wracking because he knows he's got to finish that. He's one-on-one with the keeper. He's got to do kind of like a Fernando Torres and all that.
Yeah, credit to him. He was so calm in that moment. You could rush it and you could just absolutely, make a hash of it and let Edison get the ball. But his calmness, he's through, he's cool, he's taking a touch. Edison was rash, taking a touch around him. And Keane just slots it past the goalkeeper. It's cool as you like. It was as if he's been there before and he's done it a million times in the Champions League final, but he hasn't, and he's pulled it off. He's probably done it a few times in training, but
Joe, I think Andy Morrison's there. I'm sure I've just seen him in the stands.
Who?
Andy Morrison, the Gunners' key manager who used to play for Man City.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure I've just seen him in the stands. I might be wrong, but I think he might be there tonight as part of the Man City supporters. He's on his own though, from what I was seeing, and he was texting away on his phone, probably saying, "Get me out of here if we lose."
Wouldn't surprise me, He was there the other week when on Sky Sports when they won. They'd won the league and they had a party at the Etihad, and he was up there, and I was like, okay. You know what I mean? Because I know he played for him, but I didn't think he was that big of a player.
Yeah. He was. Yeah, I mean, Craig Harrison, his assistant, was a big player at Middlesbrough along with Paul Gascoigne. So it's good to have those kind of named in the Welsh Premier League.
Burgoyne has asked you, which pub are you in? I think you'd know because you're probably stalking him through the window. Stu says...
I thought you'd have been there with him.
Yeah. Stu says Milner loves a Ribena. Alfred Nathaniel says Chelsea, they give me vibes with a YouTube emoji thing. Christy Rose says drink one for me, none for me tonight. And Greg says I rate James Milner for his age of a football, age 35, unbelievable player for his age. And you know what, Greg? He always wins the lactate test. They have a little bit, they do lactate tests at the start of the season at the football club. Every club does it, I think. And Milner is always the last man standing every year. Always wins it. So basically, just lactate test for people that don't know. They do laps of the training ground. After so many laps, they take a break. Second half's underway, by the way, and they take a
I tell you what,
prick on the rear.
Is there a way you can pause it for 10 seconds so we can catch up?
Yeah, sure thing.
Pause it for 10 seconds, and then we should be in sync then.
Okay, gotta go now.
Yep.
40,
10.
45, 10. I'm on.
Okay, I am on 45, 4, 45, 6, 45, 7.
Let me know when you hit 18.
18, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
45, 13, 45, 14, 45, 16. Okay, now.
Yeah.
No. Right, that means we're pretty much in sync for the rest of the game. That's good.
So those of you that don't know what the lactate test is, basically they do laps of the training ground and then they get their bloods taken as well at the same time to measure how much lactic acid's in the body. But he always wins it every year because he's always the last one standing. So it's basically to test the fitness. It's basically like a bleep test, but without the bleeps. Obviously, it's just continuous laps of the training pitch, and he's always the last one standing, and always gets the best results apparently as well.
Really? I mean, that's the thing with Milner. He's got that physique, hasn't he?
Any changes at half time?
Nope, not that I saw. No. I'll tell you this now: if Chelsea get a second goal, I think it's over. But we'll see.
I've just realised
Chelsea. Let's not forget, folks. Chelsea won the last two games in the last few weeks over City, both in the Prem and the FA Cup. Tuchel, who knows how to beat Pep beating Tuchel.
Can you remember what minute Christensen come on for Silver, Jamie? Because I've just realised I never updated the team at the bottom.
Oh no, it's all right. It's all right. I'm not sure. I'll have to Google it. Hang on. I'll have it here. Let me just get it up. I'll let you know.
No, Sterling's been so disappointing. It's not true.
It was. But it's him all day long in a big game. He just can't do it. Christensen came on. Oh, they haven't actually said when.
I want to see
30. Timeline. 39th minute.
39th minute, thank you.
It
was all that excitement, you know, Chelsea scoring and all that lot.
We've got Crystal Rose saying, "Drink one for me, none for me tonight." Hope you're well, Crystal. Who's actually watching from America. Yeah, talking about an American watching football. This actually is a thing. Well, in America they'd call it soccer, but Crystal, you know, this is the real sport, not the NFL, as you know.
Our friend Gabby's back in the comments. She said, City and Chelsea are going to get tired in this second half. Yeah, probably will. That's why it's important that they make the right changes.
Yeah. City have got it. I mean, look, City will go for it. Of course they will. I mean, I'll be surprised if they didn't. With the season that they've had and the fact that they've got the players to do it. So, if anything, I think Chelsea could get more tired. But I think Chelsea know that if they can get a chance at a second goal, they've got to take it, because City are not a team that come back from the dead. They've never had to deal with that. And I think if Chelsea went high up, they would. I'll say this now: if Chelsea make it 2-0 over, and look at Kante again, he's dominating that midfield. He's done really well tonight, Kante. Kevin De Bruyne has had quite a game.
I was talking about Aguero before, you know, him being a substitute and stuff. And what do you think of his move to Barcelona? Obviously, it's not been confirmed yet, but apparently everything's all agreed for him to sign for Barcelona on a free when his contract ends.
It's funny, isn't it, Joe? You've got Barcelona becoming a team now where they'll get the transfers in because of who they are, but they have to do anything they can to not spend any money. You know, to get Ronaldo and Aguero in the last few days, if that is going to happen, they've done very, very well. But Ronald Koeman, isn't he supposed to be going this summer?
Yeah, my question is, who do they get in? Because unless they get Xavi, but that's gone quiet again, so I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I forgot all about Xavi. We haven't heard a thing, have we? There's been no link-up.
Yeah, because that's all they were talking about all last summer was Xavi, and then he said, "Oh, I want to stay at is it Al Saadi's at something in Abu Dhabi or whatever." Yeah, Qatar, is it? I can't remember which one. So apologies, I've got the wrong place.
I think because he went to play in Qatar before he retired, and I think that's where he stayed to be in his coaching job. If you haven't yet, folks, do get in touch on the live chat page. Let us know where you're watching from. Quite a few of you joining us during this second half, and if you really want to, do send us a beer donation if you want. There's a PayPal link in our description, so feel free to buy us a beer and support it. Really, to be honest, the money goes towards the channel to keep it going, so really appreciate it. Crystal Rose says hello from America. Hello. Now, if I'm correct, Crystal, you're doing it from Ohio. I remember from last week.
I
think Guardiola needs to make some changes.
Aye.
Wow. Yeah. 5 minutes in already.
Minutes have been really poor.
Can I just say to Crystal, greetings from across the... Oh, Crystal, so greetings from across the pond. I think this is the first time that I've done a watch-along with Crystal, so greetings.
We had Crystal joining us on the PGA. And if anyone's wondering, she's an ex-pro caddy in golf, so she'll be joining us for the US Open coverage, along with hopefully if Joe can make it as well. So do join us for that in a few weeks, folks. The US Open can Phil Mickelson win it in his hometown in San Diego. That's mid-June, so do join us for that.
Robinson Johnson says, "Hey Joe, Jamie, and Ian, greetings from India." Greetings,
hello, Robinson.
Greetings.
Good evening.
Hopefully it's
Wonder
not
what
too...
time it is in India.
They're ahead, aren't they? So they're, 4 or 5 hours ahead?
I'm sure you'll let us know in the comments below.
Yeah. It'll be a Sunday there, at least, I reckon. Early hours of Sunday. I hope it's not too bad where you are, Robinson, because of what's happened recently with COVID in India.
Yeah, I hope you're keeping safe and well, mate.
Absolutely. But no, we appreciate the support, folks. If you haven't already, do subscribe. We're close to getting to 2,900. That's we're trying to push for 3,000 subscribers, and every single one of you keep this channel going. And we'll be the home for our Euro watch-alongs in the next few weeks. We can't wait. First game is between Italy and Turkey, I think, on June the 11th on a Friday night.
Just explain the subscribers are followers.
Yeah, I know. I don't understand why they call it that. Because it's free to click on it, folks. You're not paying.
Greg says he's drinking a Copperberg. He's had about 40 of them and not going too crazy because I'm working at 7:30.
Ooh. Well, I'm drinking a Copperberg. I've about... Greg, I want to know what's in your fridge. Because you seem to have a lot of Wicked in there as well. Which is WKD to some people.
I reckon he has just one fridge for his alcohol. Yeah, a massive one, not one of these mini fridges. And then one for his normal food. What do you reckon?
I think you know him too well, Joe. Yeah, Pep Guardiola looks a little stressed now. He's never lost the Champions League final.
It's always a first time for everything.
Let's hope. As a United fan.
He is such a whinge bag though, Pep. With all due respect, he's a quality manager, but when things don't go his way, just nothing but cry. Just my head. He can't take it on the chin.
No, I know what you mean, but I feel that's the same for Klopp or Fergie. You know, they're managers that want to win. They just want it so badly. I think it's understandable.
We've got Aaron.
No, they're not a happy side, Man City. Need changes.
I think Man City have had no spark tonight. They had a shot on target.
Oh, they weren't too bad in the first half.
Yeah, but when have they actually had a moment? I feel as though they haven't really had much to shout about. I mean, here we are now with Chelsea with a free kick.
Got no spark in the second half.
No.
Lads, Aaron Kirui's in the chat. He says hello from Kenya.
Hello, Aaron. Hope it's all right in Kenya. Oh, free kick coming in, and City have... Well, they've headed it out. Phil Foden chase. Phil Foden's had nothing to do either. I've not seen him do anything.
Crystal says it's 4:12 p.m. on Saturday here in the States. Excited to do the Open with you guys. Phil has really upped the stakes this year. And Robinson Johnson says Kai is going out now. Should let Pulisic come on later. Get Hudson-Odoi to finish the deal. And Noob Master says hello from Nepal. He supports Chelsea.
Big. We've had a few of you from Nepal watch us recently, and especially for our snooker coverage. So, hello.
Oh, what's happened here?
There's been an injury on. Yeah, I know what you mean. De Bruyne doesn't look good. There's going to be a yellow card here. The referee's got it in his hand, but who for? Actually, is Gundogan in this squad tonight? As in, did he start? Because I haven't seen him. Is he playing?
Yeah,
he's on field.
He's done nothing, hasn't he? You know, for a guy who's had a quality season, he's done jack shit. Yeah, in all fairness to Tuchel, he's done his homework. The way this is going, Man City have had nothing to do about. Well, it's Rudiger who's on the floor at the moment as well with his eye mask on.
Oh, Robinson Johnson says it's 1:45 in the morning in Delhi.
Oh, blimey.
We respect your dedication. Thank you for joining us this early in the morning.
Absolutely. I mean, the question is, will we only have another? Well, Rudiger's been given a yellow card as he comes back up. But yeah, I mean, Rudiger's got to be careful as the centre back, the main centre back, which I didn't rate him before Tuchel took over, and never. Whoa, there's not much in that between him and De Bruyne, I thought.
No. He looks like he's proper struggling now, De Bruyne, for some reason.
He does. And imagine De Bruyne not being able to play on there would miss him a lot.
Yeah,
Great.
that don't look great, does it?
No, he wouldn't fake it at this point, would he? Chelsea fans look up for this at the moment, don't they? They look confident. Let's not forget, if Chelsea win the Champions League tonight, they're only one behind United.
Oh.
Yeah, go watch over our back.
Just to say, Greg says, just to say Phil's wife is clear of cancer. His prayers goes to Phil and the family. His wife and the family. Bumson Johnson says, hey Greg, trust in Jesus' name, she'll be well. Greg says, Livingston, Jamie, you need your eyes catch, mate. I don't know what that means.
Why is he bringing Gabriel Jesus on? I mean, what is he gonna do?
Imagine if he scores now.
Yeah, exactly. But Gabriel Jesus is one of the most overrated players I've ever seen. I don't know what he does.
Robinson says he got injured because he's just missed a tackle. It was De Bruyne is injured. He's still down at the moment.
I don't think De Bruyne is carrying on. He's still down.
They've got hold of his neck, which is a worrying sign. And even when they pulled him up, but the medical staff have still got the hands firmly wrapped around his head.
Doesn't look good.
Oh, he's got black eye as well.
Ooh, what happened there then? It didn't look too bad in the contact.
He's in pain. He's actually crying.
Oh, bless him. He's a great credit to Man City and to world football. He's an absolute genius to watch. I can watch Kevin De Bruyne all day long. I'll give you an insight, folks. I was commentating on a Burnley Man City game a couple of years ago. Trouble. He is in trouble. He's gone. He's done. So Kyle Walker's got the captain's armband off Kevin De Bruyne and he's given it to someone else. I'm not sure who that is because they didn't show it on the cameras, but
they're giving it to Thomas Tuchel.
He's proper in tears. I do feel for him.
Why have they put Gabriel Jesus on for? What's he going to do? They're going to miss De Bruyne. This is Man City have been given the short straw. This is not, in terms of what we're seeing, this is not what they wanted. Sterling's been given the captain's armband.
Captain Sterling.
I mean, can you imagine Raheem Sterling as captain? I can't see that.
Fair play to Robertson Johnson. He's got a cracking sense of humour. He said, we just got a Jesus when we asked for one. Because as we were talking about Jesus, he comes on as a sub. Handball claims, not given.
No.
The City players are surrounding the referee.
No, I don't. From what I was just seeing there, and it didn't look like a penalty.
Well, it'll be interesting to see the replay.
Mendy's picked it up. Well, surely VAR will at least have a look. Oh, no, fair play to the ref. It's upper arm. He said that's not a handball.
Fair play to him. He's adamant. Good refereeing.
Exactly, Joe, and that's what we need in refereeing. You know, if you're going to say no,
is it his chest?
Why. He's right. He's spot on, the ref. It's not a handball. That is not a handball. Well done.
It's despotism. Despotism from the Manchester City players.
You can understand. You know, it's
I'm still not withdrawing my objection to Spanish refs.
They made one good decision in that time. But there was someone who put a comment in before and I've just missed it. I've missed it now. Not sure what it was at the
Do you want me to have a look?
No, it's good. It's all good. Actually, no, sorry. My point was that I've got a bit of an insight. I went to a Burnley Man City game at Turf Moor a few years ago. And this is when City won the league a few months before they won the league. Man City were 1-0 down to Burnley with about quarter of an hour to go. And guess who came on? Kevin De Bruyne. It was the first time I ever watched him live. And he completely blitzed the midfield. and he got them the equaliser. They got a draw at Turf Moor at the end, which we all know Turf Moor is not an easy place to go to. And I couldn't believe the football I saw from Kevin De Bruyne. He is one of the most magical players I've ever seen. So it's a shame to see him go off like that. But for Man City, that is a real damper because he leads that team. He really does.
In the comments, Jamie, we have what was it? Robinson Johnson says his eyes look bruised. Gabby says I feel bad about the black eye, but I'm glad he's off.
Very honest there from a Chelsea fan.
Robinson replies saying true that. Stuart Davis says Captain Sterling with a mind blown emoji and a grinning teeth. Grinning when you grin and bear it teeth emoji. You know, you go, oh dear. You could do with the Michael Scott gif really for that. Gabby says Sterling captain with a laughing emoji. OMG. Robinson Johnson says Sterling ? He looks a grumpy old lady tonight on the field, complaining.
He does a bit. And
then he said the penalty check with the shocking face. And then Karam Ali says Chelsea with 2 love heart emoji things. The faces with the love heart eyes. And then Greg says the funny thing about Sterling is that he runs like a T-Rex. Just look out at his arms. I'm glad the City fans pointed that out because I've thought that before when people just say, "Oh, you're just a bit of a Liverpool fan."
That's because he's used to carrying his handbags.
Yeah.
By the way, thanks to everyone that's watching so far. If you haven't already, don't forget to like the stream, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to us. We're on the way to 2,900 followers.
Come on, get some changes on for Man City.
Nah, we want Chelsea to win, don't we?
Why?
Because it's Man City. I'm a United fan. Come on.
Love your enemies in the comments says T-Rex. And then Gabby says a T-Rex with a T-Rex emoji and a bunch of laughing emojis.
Fernandinho?
Oh, Fernandinho.
Where's he coming on for?
Silva.
Well, I'll be honest. I was surprised Bernardo Silva started. He's not exactly been in the starting lineup this season.
No.
So, hey up. Here comes one of the most deadliest American players I've seen in a long time. Christian Pulisic. He hasn't come on yet. He's waiting for the ball to go out and play again. But Christian Pulisic, he is very, very underrated under Tuchel. He's been linked to Bayern Munich this summer, who once played for Bayern Munich's rivals of Borussia Dortmund. Will Pulisic stay on for another season at Chelsea? I mean, imagine if Pulisic does win the Champions League. Imagine how big that'll be for US soccer. With the fact that they actually have the aim of winning the World Cup in 2026. They're not joking. They do believe in it.
I'm trying to think who was the last American to win the Champions League.
Good question. I don't know.
I'll Google it.
Actually, I wonder if there is any. I can't think of any. I can't even think of a single one. Which, Crystal, if you are watching...
American goalkeeper for Everton.
Oh, Tim Howard?
Yeah.
Yeah, he played for Everton. Played for, remember? Only for like 2-3 years, though, and then he went to Everton.
Oh, right. He didn't win the European Cup with Man U, did he?
No. He actually made a mistake so that United went out of the Champions League against Porto. He let a goal in after he saved it, and he let the rebound scored on the last minute for Porto, which Mourinho was famous for running down the sidelines.
Here we go. Jovan Kirovsky is the only American to win the Champions League.
The only one? That's a good fact, that.
And the first to score in a Champions League match as well.
Oh, really?
Where was that then?
I'll have a look for you.
I didn't hear Dan Fletcher, the commentator, mention this.
No.
Don't think he's done his research.
It's Timo Werner coming off a Pulisic.
I'm a bit surprised by that. I mean, I know Werner's not been great, but...
he won it with Dortmund.
He keeps him on.
Won it with Dortmund.
Really?
Yeah, he played
in 97?
He was a United player from 93 to 96. Dortmund from 96 to 2000. Then he played for Fortuna Cologne on loan for 98-99. Went to Sporting Lisbon in 2000 to 2001. Palace 2001 to 2002. Birmingham 2002 to 2004. Galaxy 2004 to 5. Rapids 2005 to 8. San Jose 2008, and then went back to Galaxy to finish his career from 2009 to 11. So there we go.
Wow. No, I did not know that. That's you learn something new every day. Over 20 minutes ago, Chelsea, I feel like they're playing counter football at the moment. Wait, what was that foul? Yeah, Kevin De Bruyne, my God. A massive ice bag next to him anyway. Gabby says, glad Pulisic is coming now. Yeah, he's on now.
He looks alright, Ness.
He does. On the one night, there's a few Chelsea fans kissing the badge with the cameras focusing on them. There's still a lot to go for yet. Still over 20 minutes to go. Can Chelsea win their second ever Champions League trophy in the matter of 9 years? At the moment, if it ends like this, they will do.
Robinson Johnson says, "Where are you guys based? Are you from London?" No, I'm based in Cheshire. Not far away from Chester. You heard of that? If you haven't heard of Chester, it's about 45 minutes away from Liverpool and about an hour away from Manchester, or similar distance. Robinson Johnson says, "Finally Pulisic." Gabby says, "Glad Pulisic is on." Robinson says, "I suppose my comments reach you a minute or two later. Takes a while to answer." Oh, is that
Azpilicueta? Yeah, that was a big moment there. He did well there. He marked his man.
Talk us through it, Jamie.
Okay, good one. Yeah, it was a cross in from the right of Mahrez, and Goodwan was right behind him. So if Azpilicueta was there, I think that would have been a simple tap in. Here's Pulisic. He's won the ball out of nowhere. Oh, is that a foul? No. He won the ball, in all fairness to him, Kyle Walker. But yeah, Pulisic trying to get his first moment there. But yeah, that was a big moment for City. But Azpilicueta, you got to give Azpilicueta credit, haven't you, folks? He's been at Chelsea for so long, and he's been a servant for that club. I think he joined in 2012, 2013. So the fact that if Azpilicueta won the Champions League tonight, he's done both the Europa League and the Champions League, as well as the Premier League and the FA Cup. So he's done all right. And the League Cup. Actually, I think Azpilicueta, if he wins this tonight, he's won every trophy going at club level. So he deserves a lot of credit, I think.
I heard a rumour that John Terry is sat on the Chelsea bench tonight in a full kit.
In case Dad doesn't remember, when Chelsea last won the European Cup in 2012, when it was at Munich, John Terry couldn't make the final because of injury, or he was banned.
Suspended,
He was suspended. But guess what he did, Dad? He still wore the Chelsea kit, so that when they lifted the trophy, he was wearing a full kit.
Yeah, because he needed Sanchez up the backside, didn't he, in the semi-final?
He did. In all fair, I'm sure I just recognised a friend of mine in the stands for Chelsea there.
Was it the Fimajigi that was on the other week with us for the Atletico game, or was it?
No. Someone that who hasn't been on the channel. He looks familiar. I probably won't see him again, but yeah, that was quite funny. Robinson Johnson says Tammy is back. Really? Tammy Abraham? He's been crap this season. He's so bad.
He also says, Greg says, Jamie, how is Ian a Stoke fan? Stoke City fan, like, is anyone else a Stoke City fan in your family?
I guess my dad is the only one. I mean, my mum and dad come from Stoke-on-Trent. But when I was growing up, my brother was a Man United fan, so that's how it happened, really. I ended up first seeing Man United, and that was it, really. So I've been a United fan since I was 4.
But you never saw George Best.
Well, of course not. I was way before I was born.
I saw George Best loads of times.
Well, yeah, that was
Bobby Charlton.
That was your era. That wasn't mine. I wished I was there.
Bruce.
I wished I was there when George Best was around, because when I watch his goals, he was clearly a magical player.
Steve Bruce in his prime.
Won you the title.
My favourite Man United player will always be Paul Scholes. He was He was the one that did it for me every game.
Yeah, fantastic. Roy Keane wasn't bad.
Roy Keane, yeah, Roy Keane's right next to him. You don't have anyone like Roy Keane anymore. We need more players like that in top flight football. We have all these bloody well girls who play football now. So it's, as in like they're just so thin-skinned, these male footballers, compared to the likes of Roy Keane.
I'll tell you what, you do have players that you instantaneously like and idolise for the rest of your life. Yours is Scholes, mine was Stevie G. You instantaneously just like the guy. You know what he means. He wears his heart in his sleeve.
Where's the badge?
Yeah, he just everything for that club.
Gerrard had a career where he could have easily have gone somewhere else, but no, he actually stayed put with Liverpool.
Oh, I'm going Chelsea away.
Go on, Pulisic. Go on, lad. Oh, he's on. He's go
He's
on.
Played it in.
Put the ball through.
It is. Oh!
No! Oh, he's got to score. I'm sorry, but that is the biggest chance they've had since the goal. What a moment. 18 minutes to go. Pulisic. Oh, was it Pulisic who held the ball and then made the pass? I'm not sure.
It's Pulisic who should have scored.
Oh, he was losing balance when he was making the kick. That if they had scored that, it would have been over. Simple as that.
It's funny. We said we were neutrals, but we seem to be so excited when Chelsea go forward.
Robinson Johnson says, Scholes, true legend, can't leave the partner Giggs in the fray. Yeah, Ryan Giggs was... the fact that Ryan Giggs did it for 20 years in the Premier League, not many players can say they did it at the top and won Premier League trophies. Tell you what, that's a big moment for Man City, though. Is that a sign of maybe them getting a goal? Who knows? Foden, ball comes in. Oh, Mount couldn't get... Mason Mount's had a quiet game.
He has. Robertson Johnson did also say earlier from England, wow, and a love heart. So it's nice to know. He said he's heard that Terry, Lampard, Drogba are all present in the ground. They're all in the kits, I reckon.
He's definitely wearing a kit.
We need Man City to score so we get some overtime.
No!
and Gabby says, how did Chelsea not score? What? How? OMG.
Oh! Christensen. Was that Christensen? Oh, no, I think that was Havertz.
Chilwell.
Chilwell. Well done, Chilwell. He did well there. He read that. Sterling did well to keep it in play, but Chilwell stopped Mahrez. But isn't it funny? I'll say this now about Riyad Mahrez. I still don't rate him since he left Leicester City. I know he's had his moments for Man City and has done well, but especially against PSG in that semi, but in this final, he's been marked to hell and he's had no chances. I don't think I've even seen him with the ball. This is a great game of football. Quarter of an hour to go. Yeah. If Chelsea score next, it's obvious, but City are going to keep going till the end. We know that.
Jesus, Mahrez. Still Mahrez. Great tackle in there. And Chelsea can get it clear, can't they?
Yeah. This is it, though. Counter-attacking. They can do this. Mason Mount, go on. Oh, why is he going backwards? No. Come on.
Greg says, Ian, did you see Alex Ferguson win the Cup Winners' Cup at Aberdeen?
Correct.
Well, you did or you did?
Alex Ferguson playing for Aberdeen.
All right.
What a ball that is.
Oh, it's Pulisic. He needs... Yeah, there's no numbers there. Come on.
They're
just playing too slow. Come on.
I like that analogy from Robinson Johnson. I don't know if you can see it, Jamie. He says, Man City look more like an interchanging constellation rather than a football team.
Feels like that.
Pulisic? No.
Oh, that was a terrible shot. What was that?
There he is.
Hey up, here he is.
Here he comes.
I really liked Aguero as a player. I was so gutted that we went for Andy Cowell instead of him. I just don't get why we didn't pay an extra $3 million to get him.
Look at Tuchel on the floor after that chance was missed.
Aguero.
Tuchel was close to a Champions League trophy last season. He'd hate to miss out again. But Sterling, what a terrible game.
Come on.
What a terrible game Raheem Sterling has had. I'm sorry. He is one of the most overrated England players I've ever seen.
Thank you. Someone else that sees it.
I liked him at Liverpool. You know, you could see why City bought him. But I just think, sadly, he's a guy who will get you goals, no doubt, but he'll flop. And he did that. We all remember that open goal miss, don't we, from last year in that Lyon game that they lost to in the quarterfinals, I think it was.
Dropped from the England squad, aren't they?
Yeah, no, I don't think he will. I know what you mean, but I don't think he
mean,
will.
What's he done for Man City?
Well, I think he'll keep him, Gareth. It's just because he's been there at City of a corner on the bottom, on the near side. But yeah, Aguero here is like Drogba in 2012, as we all remember. Just that difference a centre forward can make, which is hard to believe because Sergio Aguero has hardly featured this season. Mahrez with the corner, headed away from the near post. It's Phil Foden, I think. Now Mahrez again on the right wing. He crosses it in. Ooh, Chelsea have dealt with it. 12 minutes to go.
Nervy,
I can't believe
innit?
how quick this game has gone, lads. It's gone really quick. And it's still light outside. Let us know in the comments, folks, where you're watching the game from tonight if you haven't already. And feel free to donate on the PayPal link in the description.
Come on, we need overtime.
No, overtime. It's extra time. You sound like an American.
Well, that's what I predicted.
Yeah, he predicted a replay tomorrow night. Oh, Kovacic's coming on for Chelsea.
Well, we will be getting that if it score stays like this, will we?
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised he's putting Kovacic on.
Bit of steel in the midfield, maybe. I don't know. He's won it before, and he with Madrid a couple of times.
Yeah, I forget about that.
Part of the team won 3 in a row, wasn't he?
I think he was, yeah. I find that unlike. I forget, to be honest, I completely forgot about that.
Look with pace. It's got to be a goal kick.
Oh, that's a goal kick, yeah. Well done, Chilwell.
Oh, De Bruyne
is going off. Yeah, it was... surprised he's not just staying there for another 10 minutes at least, but...
They sent him to hospital. They sent him to hospital, do you reckon?
I'm not sure. I mean... I'm intrigued by that. It just seemed like it's been a lot worse than expected.
I wonder if they've done like a HIA, head injury, head injury assessment on the bench, and just spotted that maybe he's got signs of concussion or something.
Yeah, and he's got to go off regardless. With no choice. Mason Mount coming off, which I'm a bit surprised about. But what a moment that'll be for him if he wins the Champions League. It's his boyhood team, Chelsea. And I know my dad's a big fan of Mason Mount.
Seb True.
And Seb True as well.
Yeah, I liked him when he played at Derby.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
There's 2 reasons why I mentioned Seb's name in. A, he likes Mason Mount, and B, I think he looks like Mason Mount.
Seb True is not that beautiful. No, I'm only joking. Are you watching, Seb? If you are, do send us a message on the live chat page.
Yeah.
10 minutes to go. Man City in their first ever final are going to be runners-up at this rate. Thomas Tuchel's giving that signal. He's still telling them to go forward. You know, second goal will seal it.
See, part of me didn't like Tuchel because of his attitude. Like his attitude at times when he first come into Chelsea, come across as arrogant. But especially when he was at PSG, come across as arrogant. But at Chelsea, I actually don't mind him. You've seen a different side to him. You've seen the nicer side to him, the jokey side to him. Tonight, you've seen it from him. On the side, the passion, you've seen it there.
I completely agree with you, Joe. I wasn't that fussed about him when he was at PSG, but yes, when he's come over here, he's shown moments like, for example, when he didn't. I think it was Blaine Hudson-Odoi he took off, didn't he? He put him on, then he took him off in the same game, and I was a little bit unsure about Tuchel. But what a moment for Rome. Can you imagine, though, Joe, if Chelsea win a Champions League again because they changed manager midway through the season, like they did with Roberto Di Matteo? It's mad. Despite the fact that we criticised Roman Abramovich, I can't believe
One of the images,
he might do it again.
so Jamie, one of the images I get in my head whenever someone says about Chelsea winning it in 2012 is Di Matteo walking up the stairs, grabbing Abramovich and shouting,
Yes.
"I won it! I won it!"
Yeah. After all the managers that they recruited, and it was him. And Roberto Di Matteo, I don't think's been a manager that ever since. So, in all fairness to Roberto Di Matteo, even if he never coaches again, at least he can say, from West Brom to Chelsea as a Champions League winner, it's not bad, is it?
No.
And an FA Cup winner, let's not forget. He won the FA Cup in 2012 as well.
Yeah, but it wasn't the final. Controversial final, I must add. I still think that Andy Carroll header was across the line.
Yeah. Crystal says concussion syndrome research has changed so much in American football. Yeah, it has. It's becoming a thing where a lot of people don't go into American football because of what can happen with those tackles. And she says that I assume they are taking it more seriously there too now. Yeah, absolutely. Health and safety very serious with head injuries in football, in both the NFL and football.
City is starting to lose the rag here. They're starting to lose the cool.
They are. Chelsea are doing very well. They're getting under their skin. They're making them frustrated. Pep Guardiola doesn't know what to do, I don't think. In all fairness to Fernandinho, he got the ball. So is it a foul? When he was going for Rudiger, he got the ball. I don't think there's much wrong with that. But it's a free kick. Gabby says we need a second goal. That's for Chelsea. Yeah. Second goal and it's over. But you know what teams can be like in the last few minutes. They'll do anything to just hold the possession instead of risking the possession. Azpilicueta's worn that blue bandage or whatever he has, or tape on his left hand all season, I'm sure.
Has he got a weakness there? You know, a weakness in his wrist or something?
I'm not sure, I don't know.
He's a fan of Mr. Lemons.
Oh, Reece James. Reece James had a good game, in all fairness to him. He's grown his hair. It's not all braided.
He'll be in the squad in the summer, I reckon, the England squad.
Yeah.
He's made an error.
Deserves it. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on, he's missed it. Oh, it's gone straight to Mendy. Oh. Well, I'll say this now as a Man United fan. The treble's not as easy as you think. Well, I'll have to be quiet. There's still 5 minutes to go yet. But yeah, Mendy does well there. Yeah, he'll take that simple cross to deal with. I've got a lot of credit for Mendy from where he's come from. He's done very well for himself.
How many minutes added time do you think it'll be, says Robinson?
3 or 4, I reckon.
Yeah.
I can't see it being that much more. I don't think it's been that crazy, actually. Come on, Chelsea, let's seal it.
They on average they put 30 seconds on for a sub. And you had the De Bruyne injury, but surely there's not going to be that many.
Yeah, that's a good point. De Bruyne was paused the game for a while. Ooh, that was a dangerous ball. Foden and Aguero couldn't get to it, though. It's a goal kick for Chelsea. But yeah, City fans are starting to look a little frustrated. This will hurt City fans in a way because they've never been to this stage of a Champions League, so it's not easy. I mean, look, as a United fan, I've seen United lose Champions League twice, and it's not nice. As a United fan, we lost the Europa League this week, and I'm still recovering. Oh, it's still horrible.
Oh, it's grim when you leave the Champions League final.
It's shit, isn't it? It doesn't matter who the team is, it's just shit. I mean, it hurts more, I think, when it's an English team that you lose to. Which Liverpool were able to do that against Spurs. Here come Man City. Is that a corner? No, it's a goal kick. Christensen must have got it off Aguero in that ball in.
Look at their passion from Tuchel, proper pumping everyone up.
I tell you what, he really has lost some hair at the front since I last saw him.
It's stressful, this management gig, isn't it?
It must be. What a moment! What a moment! Yeah,
He's
bedhead.
wearing his house on his bedhead.
But yeah, there's Chelsea fans looking up for it.
that's City.
What are they? Did you see that?
Yeah.
City fan looking upset, and then she saw herself on the screen. That was funny.
She's going, oh, this is miserable.
Yeah. She's like, forget the scoreline, I'm on TV. Yeah, Chelsea look up for this.
Are you watching, ma'am?
3 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go. I can't believe how quick this has gone. It's gone so quick. Great game of football. Gabby says, come on, you Blues, we've got this.
I may just realised something. If it did go to extra time, we haven't got a timer for extra time.
No. Just use the first half clock. That's the thing. What do you mean we can't see Joe no more? It's gone that dark in Joe's room. No one can see you.
Sorry, I'll be...
88 minutes about to approach. Yeah, Chelsea fans are getting up for it. Great to see the kids there. There's a lot of young Chelsea fans who are there tonight. They'll remember this night for a long time if they win. Jesus with the yellow card, who's done nothing as expected since he came on. I'll say this now about Brazilian football, but it's so weak these days, isn't it? When you look at the players that they've got now compared to what they had in 2002.
Can you see me, guys?
Yeah, the lights on, looks way better. There's Chelsea on the right wing. Jorginho, Kovacic, Chilwell. Oh, is that Pulisic? No, he's... Surely Chelsea might just pass it around, you know.
Stick it in the corner. I think that's what they've just done, actually, as I said it.
Oh,
that's a foul.
Oh, no. The referee says it isn't. Is that that's a throw for Chelsea? Come on. Oh,
a little bit of handbags there between Jesus and Pulisic.
Pulisic's not happy with Tuchel, apparently, from what I've been reading. He doesn't like the fact that he doesn't start. I wouldn't be surprised if Pulisic still goes this summer. Minute to go. Robinson Johnson says, well, Jesus couldn't save the City tonight. It's not over yet. Not over yet. Oh, Gundogan. Oh, ball in. Mahrez.
Oh, great defending. That was Christensen, wasn't it?
It was. You know what? I criticised him, didn't I, when he came on? Christensen's been amazing. Look at Tuchel. You can just see it, can't you? He really wants this. He really wants this. 10 seconds left of the 90. Yeah, I think what Joe mentioned before, the De Bruyne injury, surely it's 4, 5... 7 minutes! Oh, my God.
Jesus.
That's going to feel like 7 hours for Chelsea fans right now. Oh, what a
Man
long...
City could score twice.
Hey, United did that in 99. We all remember that. They got given only 3 minutes of added time, Man United, in 99, and they did it. They scored both goals. Thanks to Teddy Sheringham and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Is Mahrez.
Great tackle.
Oh, Kante.
Come on.
Been brilliant tonight.
Pulisic's
He's been
away.
so good.
That's it. Good tactical.
That's a free kick. I mean, look, I know the result hasn't come through yet, lads, but you do feel, though, with City, even if they lose this tonight, it's some experience for them, isn't it? Look at what happened with Brentford. runners-up last year, and they won it this year in the Championship playoff.
Ooh.
Division 1 tomorrow.
It is,
Sorry,
yeah.
League
yeah.
1.
League 1. I hated it when they changed the name to Championship, because it's like, what's wrong with just calling that Division 1?
Yeah.
I remember when it used to be Division 3.
Yeah, they could have just called.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, is that not an injury there? Hang on a minute. Oh.
They're starting to lose it, aren't they? The not Chelsea players, the City players.
Yeah. Well, they've got 5 minutes left of stoppage time now.
They're like nasty streaking them, aren't they?
Yeah, they just want it. Oh, I don't know why I hate crosses like that. Because you just feel like it could come off a player and then go in.
The camera angle doesn't help either.
No, doesn't. Kyle Walker taking the throw, and Pep Guardiola, as expected, is on the sidelines. He's just doing anything he can to be vocal and help his teammates just get in there, I guess. Long throw from Walker. Chelsea have cleared it. Still 5 minutes, though, and Ederson will pick it up just inside City's half on the left wing. In the full pink shirt that he's got on tonight, full pink kit.
Don't do pink.
Chelsea.
It's going to be all hands to the pump now, isn't it, Jamie?
Yeah, this is... I'll be surprised if Chelsea try and go for a second goal. They'll defend like hell.
You're right, Ian. You got your head in your hands.
No, fine, thanks. I'm completely engrossed.
It has been a good game. Look at... He's doing it again, Tuchel. He really is pumping him up. He is there. My mate is there. It's definitely him. They've just got the camera on him again. What's he doing there?
You'll have to drop him a message.
I might have to. It's Edward White. If it is Edward White, fair play to you, mate. You've done well to get a ticket. He was.
Why do I know Edward White?
Well, Edward White, he worked under me as while I was supervising stewards at the Queen's Tennis Club.
Oh, that's it. Good.
So if you are watching later on or whatever, Ed, hope you're well. I'll definitely send a message and ask, because I'm sure that's him.
By the way, guys, we will bring you the trophy presentation as well.
Aye, we'll discuss more about the game at full time. You don't need Gary Lineker. It's his last gig anyway at BT Sport.
Is it?
It is, yeah. He's going to follow Leicester in Europe next season, he said. So he's... Actually, I wanted to ask you this, Joe, because me and my dad were talking about this earlier. If Chelsea win this, do Leicester get Champions League football?
No.
Do they not? That's a shame.
Because Chelsea finished fourth anyway.
Yeah, I kept thinking, because you're allowed 5 teams, aren't you? Like the maximum England can get is 5 teams, but under some weird rule, there's a foul. Oh, he's hit the side netting anyway. He couldn't even score.
Rudiger's grabbed his head here. And...
He is, but you feel like he's acting up, don't you?
Yeah.
Anything to kill the time. He was crushed between a couple of City players.
Gabby said she's sweating.
Oh, I bet. In all fairness to Gabby, it would have hurt. I know for Gabby to lose 2 Champions Leagues in the space of 2 weeks would have been very, very soul destroying. The women's team couldn't do it 2 weeks ago, but at the moment the men's team are 2 minutes away from their second ever Champions League trophy in the space of 9 years. Unless Man City find an equaliser, it's reaching to 5 minutes of 10 seconds of added time of the 7 given by the 4th official. And Ederson's goal kick, well, it was just a bit of a hit and hope kind of kick, and it went out for a throw, and Riyad Mahrez looks frustrated. But I'm sorry, I've said this now about Riyad Mahrez. He is one of the most overrated players I've ever seen since he joined Man City.
Aaron Wilmer, sorry.
Oh, hang on. Oh, Gabriel Jesus can't deal with it. Sorry, Joe.
He says he's worried. Don't be worried, mate. Unless, I don't know whether you're a City fan. If you are a City fan, then maybe. But if you're a Chelsea fan, just keep calm.
Either way, it's nerve-wracking, isn't it, for either team? It's Walker with another long throw and trying to do a Rory D-lap. Ball all over the box. Shot. Oh! What a moment. That might just be it, you know. Yeah. City fans Did Espelicueta get in there or something? Mahrez can't believe it. Not a bad shot. Oh, it's so close. Oh, it's so close. Mendy had not even moved an inch. Wow.
Robinson says, nah, Leicester not playing Champions League next season. Feels sad. A good team. Hats off to Ranieri and Brendan following it up. Mahrez looks sad already. Like I said, I said the other week it would be a Brendan Rodgers bottle job again, and it happened. Gabby says, OMG.
Yeah, he did. I mean, in all fairness to you, Joe, I know you're not Brendan Rodgers' biggest fan, but yeah, he bottled it again in the league at the end. What was that from Edison? That was a poor.
Chelsea have done it.
They've done it. Wow, what a moment.
Wow.
Take a bow, Chelsea. Oh, Mendy. Oh, he deserves it. Mendy. You know what? Fair play, Mendy. He's the one guy I was really hoping for tonight. They've done it. Well done, Chelsea. And they are the European champions of 2021. And this is a good moment. Tuchel and Pep Guardiola, they're both just cherishing it. Yeah, bloody Southerners. But they've gone and done it. They've seeked another Champions League trophy. And under the same kind of scenario, they sacked the manager midway through the season. And the manager that came in went on to win the Champions League. And they've done it. Sergio Aguero will not leave with the dream of lifting the Champions League, and he's crying. And he is, yeah, the tears are gone. Kepa gives him a pat on the back. But sadly, Sergio Aguero will not get that dream. And he said, didn't he, Joe, a few years back, he said he would never leave City until he wins the Champions League, and he couldn't do it in his final game.
No, he couldn't. And obviously it's devastating for him as a player and Manchester City as a football club. It's the first final. They'll probably be back at some point. In all fairness, because they've got a quality squad and a world-class manager. But players like Sergio Aguero, they're a quality player and they do deserve to be winning Champions League trophies. Obviously, that hasn't happened today, but it could happen with his move to Barcelona. That's pending. But obviously, Barcelona needs to sort out a few things first before that happens.
What a moment. Dad,
Yeah.
Even though it was only 1-0, I think we had a really, really good game.
I thought it was a cracker.
Hang on,
Let's put it this way. It's better than most of the Premier League stuff I've seen all season.
Yeah.
It's, there was no animosity, was there?
I
Which
think
thought there
that,
might
yeah.
have been.
But again, though, this is when Tuchel, even though as mad as I have to say it, Tuchel deserves a lot of credit. That is in the last few weeks, that is the third win over City.
Well, he's a happy bloke, isn't he?
Well, yeah, I mean, his
attitude
has been amazing in the last few
absolutely
minutes as well.
Superb. I take the hat off to him.
Yeah. Well done to Thomas Tuchel, the German.
If his attitudes has rippled through the team, fantastic.
We've got a few comments.
Mahrez.
Got a few comments in, Jamie. Jamie, I would like to add that you did get the score prediction spot on.
I did say 1-0, didn't I? Yes. I forgot about that. Thank you. I should have put a bet on it.
Ikmal Haziki says, what happened to MC? With a smiley face.
MC? Who's MC?
I'm not sure.
MC. Not sure.
Gabby says, I'll be celebrating tonight. Yeah, enjoy yourself, Gabby.
Yes.
These moments are special.
Yeah, I'm chuffed for you, Gabby, because I know you were gutted in that women's final. So it's that's a great result for Chelsea.
Robinson Johnson says 1 goal for the finals. It's a new trend. Ikmal Aziki says, anyway, it's a good game. Chill, guys. Thanks, mate, for joining us. And Robinson says that inscription on the trophy.
Put a lump on the fire's talking.
See the City fans crying in their end.
Yeah, it's going to hurt because, I mean, Joe knows it. I know it. We've seen our teams lose the Champions League final, and it doesn't matter who you're against. It's so hard.
I saw Stoke lose the cup final.
Yeah, exactly. Did you cry?
No, because I thought Man City would win.
Yeah. Have you ever cried over a football match, guys?
No.
I have.
Yes.
2007 FA Cup final, Champions League 2009, and when England lost to Croatia, I took that really badly because
I
of
saw
how
my
it.
dad cry when the Munich disaster happened.
Oh really?
Our next door but one neighbour came round and told my dad, and he
Oh,
was really upset.
but this is the thing, isn't it? You know, regardless. I mean, I know Joe will completely agree with me. You know, we've had moments in sport where, sadly, regardless of the teams that we don't support, there has been moments in history where we've lost people and we miss them regardless of who they played for. You know, whether it's the United Air disaster, the Hillsborough disaster with Liverpool, and other certain things that have happened. At the end of the day, we all have a guilty pleasure for players that didn't even play for our teams. So yeah, I mean, either way, I mean, this is great to see. Mendy, look at Mendy. I just love seeing Mendy there celebrating. You know, this is a guy who was struggling to pay for bills a few years ago because he couldn't quite make it as a goalkeeper. And here he is after his first season as a Chelsea goalkeeper. He's won the Champions League. You can't write it. You just can't write it.
Look at
And
Kepa.
that's Peliqueta as well. That's Peliqueta as well. He's won everything at Chelsea now. That's it. He's done everything. He can leave this summer and say he's won everything.
I hope somebody gives Frank Lampard a bit of,
Well,
a
Tuchel
mention.
will, won't he?
Send Frank a medal. Yeah.
How would you feel if you were Lampard tonight, though? To think that the moment you got sacked, it ended up being not a bad season.
Look at Kepa's celebration.
Yeah.
They'll give him a shirt with his name on.
Yeah. Robinson Johnson said he cried at Algeria versus Ghana or something. And he says, well, Ben's definitely chilling now. Okay.
Yeah, they're just interviewing Kai Havertz now. Who'd have thought he'd be the man who'd score the winner?
Money well spent in it, Chelsea fans.
Wow. This is it, isn't it, Joe? I mean, despite everything we've said about Chelsea, they've still gone on and win it. God damn it.
I know it's a daft comment to make, but I hope the trophy list goes better this time than it did in 2012, because it was a right mess in 2012, wasn't it?
What happened?
Because obviously it was all done up the stairs and in the stand at the Allianz.
Oh, yeah.
And Lampard and Terry went to lift it together, but the players didn't break apart so they could come through and lift it properly, on the podium.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like didn't even get lifted properly. It was just behind like the players, and it was just went all over the place. And I'm thinking, you know what I mean? I know it's just crazy, but it just
Oh, look at Gundogan's crying. He's had such a great season at Man City as well. He'll be good. He'll be really good. It's funny though, isn't it, lads? You know, despite the fact that Man City have had a good season, let's not forget they won the League Cup and the Premier League, but they know that they're still missing that European Cup.
Kepa's not Kepa. So Cesar Azpilicueta's interview.
There's always next year.
There's always next year, absolutely. That's what I hoped to have said to myself when we lost to Villarreal the other night.
Yeah, but you were pretty poor.
Wow, both teams were pretty poor.
I don't see how any team can win anything when they walk around the pitch.
Oh, Luke Tanner in the comments with a big comment here. Chelsea are now the biggest club in London.
They already were. What are you on about, Luke? At least Chelsea had a Champions League trophy before tonight compared to Arsenal. They already were. When they won it in 2012, that made them the biggest club in London, no doubt. Wait, hang on a minute. Does Willy Caballero also get a medal?
Yeah, he's part of the squad, isn't he?
Yeah, Willy Caballero, who was once a Man City goalkeeper.
I bet he's like that. Go. Wait.
Oh, I bet he don't give a shit. I bet he's delighted.
Havertz and the physio.
Kai Havertz and the physio are humping each other on the pitch.
He's winning the Champions
It's
League. You
okay,
do
though.
crazy things, Jamie.
Yeah. It does. I remember taking my top off when we won the Champions League.
I know some people normally wake up with a trophy, but waking up with a physio, maybe Havertz will try a new trend. Yeah, I've seen my team play in 4 Champions League finals in my lifetime. Won 2005, lost 2007, which reduced me to tears because it was the first time I remember properly Liverpool losing the final. Lost 2018, that was grim. But
The way we lost
2019,
in 2018 though was bad.
it was just so gutting because it was 2 goalkeeping errors that cost us, really.
Yeah.
When was the last Chelsea European Cup win?
2012,
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
unless you
Over
count
Bayern Munich.
the Europa League, which was 2013. But
Yeah, and 2019 as well for Europe.
oh yeah, they won 2019. Yeah, forget that.
Yeah. Well, we know what the Super Cup will be in August. Chelsea versus Villarreal. Not that anyone really care about that right now, but
Joe was in tears.
well, I mean, must have been hard for him a few weeks ago to lose to his former club in an FA Cup.
Did they
But at
keep
least
that
he
cup
can
and
say
make
that
a
he
new
won the
one?
champ.
Did they keep that cup and they make a new one for next year?
I'm trying to remember how it works. There's rumours that you have to win it 5 times, don't you?
You don't even do that anymore. You wait for that
But I was
stingy.
going to say,
We were the last club to
Yeah.
get. We are the last club to get to keep it, Liverpool. I can say that.
oh really?
Yeah. When we won it in 2005, we got to keep the trophy, and then 2013 they changed the rules. So just before Bayern Munich won their 5th, they changed the rule that you couldn't keep it.
Tell you what a moment for Mason Mount, eh? And Reece James, the youngsters. I'll tell you what, I think there'll be a few black currants of Ribena tonight, Joe.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Isn't it nice of Chelsea? They're going to do a guard of honour for the referees and then City as well.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it was nice when Villarreal did it for United the other night, even though it was hard to take. But yeah, you've got to respect your opponent regardless.
Do the VAR team get medals?
I think they do they? There's a group in trackies that are going up.
Yeah, they're not VAR officials as well, are they?
I don't know.
But yeah, Man City team are walking around the pitch, aren't they? I think they're just trying to thank the fans for travelling at least.
Huh?
Oh, the extra officials in the
Not
tracksuits.
quite.
Do they still do the extra officials behind the goal?
Well, we having cheese on toast.
No, I wonder if it's reserves, Joe, maybe.
Oh, right. It's a bit late, really.
I'm not sure. There's definitely no extra officials anymore because they scrapped that. Here come Man
Oh, yeah.
City now. That's nice to see Guardiola going up to Quetta.
Stu Davis, that is savage. Just turned on Stop Crying Your Heart Out Oasis on the jukebox. Chelsea incredible to stop City scoring.
Yeah.
Savage, that putting that song on. Probably. Robinson Johnson says probably changing in the shirt number 13 for Caballero may work. And then Robinson Johnson says nice gesture from Chelsea with the guard of honour.
Well, as you'd expect, Joe, I had to put on Facebook. It's harder than you think when trying to win a treble.
And Gabby said she wonders how Greg's feeling tonight as he's a City fan. And the guy, Robinson makes a comment about how the guy's got trouble putting medals on people's necks. I think the guy is Alexander Seferin, the UEFA president.
Who's had quite an interesting few weeks. As the man trying to stop the European Super League, who actually, doesn't it feel a bit weird, Joe, that we're looking at 2 clubs who actually went up against UEFA?
Of course, there's Scotty Carson.
Yeah, Scotty Carson.
He's got to win his medal as well.
Does he?
Yeah, 2005.
No, really?
Yeah, he was on the
I
bench.
didn't know that.
He was on the bench. He was Liverpool's substitute. And
didn't know that.
fun fact for the goalkeepers, for the penalties, Dudek was on the bench, and they split the goalkeeper split the goal into 6 sections, and got Scotty Carson to secretly gesture to Dudek which number, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. You know what I mean? to where the player normally puts the ball. So he'd be sat on the bench. Dudek will look over to the bench, and Scott Carson would be going like that, 1, which would mean like bottom right or something. So Scotty Carson helped Dudek with his heroics.
I did not know that. That's another thing you learn every day. I tell you what, that's a nice moment for Tuchel and Thiago Silva, isn't it? They were both runners-up last year in the Champions League final. And then who'd have thought a few months later they'd win it under Chelsea.
Yeah, if you want to win a Champions League, don't go to PSG.
Yeah, the two cash cows of PSG and Man City have still failed in Europe's elite.
Good old big ears.
Christensen deserves a lot of credit. I didn't think... I was worried when he came on, because I've not been a big fan of his, but he was absolutely spot on tonight when he came on. No mistakes at all.
Soon we gave it one kiss in the middle and then did kisses either side as if...
Yeah, like it's some sort of welcome.
Still all end up with COVID.
The trophy's got COVID.
The COVID Champions League. Here they are.
Yeah.
Here he comes.
Azpilicueta, I presume he'll lift it, yeah.
Cesar.
He lifted the Europa League 2 years ago, let's not forget.
What's he going to do is his trophy lift. We had the Hendo shuffle a couple of years ago. Neuer just grabbed it and lifted it high last year. Here he is.
How do you do it?
Walks to the podium.
Go on, lad.
He's giving it a shake and lifts it up in the air. Chelsea, champions of Europe for a second time. And Kings of London, really, now, Jamie.
Yeah, I mean, I would have said that before tonight, but yeah, you got to give Chelsea credit. They've, from a team who got taken over by Roman Abramovich, they had no European Cup under them, and now in the last 20 years or so, they've got 2 of them, as well as 2 Europa Leagues. You know, they do count. And yeah, it's, you know, Chelsea are not much different to Man City. They have spent a lot of money to make it happen, but you got to give them credit. They're up against a Man City team who are by far the best team, probably the best team in the world this season. But Man City couldn't do it in the final, and Chelsea did their homework, and they carried on what they did in the last 2 games over the last few weeks, which was to beat Man City, and they've beaten them 3-0 in all of the games. And despite all the transfers that they made as well last summer, they still did it. I tell you what, this is a great example of how bizarre football is. It's so unpredictable. You know, you can criticize, you can cherish it, you can compliment a team, but then all of a sudden, all it takes is 1 or 2 wins, and then all of a sudden your team's in it. And that's exactly what Chelsea have done.
Look at Pep storming off.
Yeah, it's his first ever time he's lost as a manager in a Champions League final, so he's not used to that. So that will hurt him.
Tuchel's all pumped, says Robinson Johnson. Gavi says, wait, who's man of the match? That's a good question. Who is man of the match?
Yeah,
it's got to be Havertz, surely, because he's the match winner.
He probably has to be. Yeah, who do you give it to? Who do you give it to, Dad?
I don't know. I don't think there's anybody that... I thought they all played well together. I don't think there was anybody that was outshining, really.
Yeah, I think it was a team performance, wasn't it?
Yeah, for both teams.
Oh, Tuchel getting his kids on the pitch, bless.
Yeah, that's nice.
You got
2 daughters, it looks like.
Greg says, to be honest, I'm sad, but at least we made it to the final. At least we will make it another time as well. I'm probably going to win it. He says he forgot Billy Gilmore was there. He's got Champions League medal. Gabby said this made my week, no joke. Well, congratulations, Gabby. Enjoy these moments. And you can rub it into all your London rivals that you've got 2 and they've got none. Hilary Joseph, undisputed team and good performance for all the players. Why is Gary Lineker's last match? What's he doing? That's what Greg says. What did you say? He's touring around watching Leicester, didn't you say, Jamie?
Sorry, say that again.
Greg says, why is it Gary Lineker's last match? What's he doing after this?
Oh, no, so he's leaving BT Sport after tonight. He's decided that next season he wants to go with his sons to around Europe with Leicester. So I think he just wants to enjoy it a bit more, take a step back, and I don't blame him. Gary Lineker works in football all the time. I'm sure he just wants to chill, enjoy. Look at that. There's like 1 or 2 Man City fans left in the stands, it seems. That's quite good to see one of the City fans still singing despite what happened. But it's funny, isn't it, Dad, how you can lose so many fans before trophy celebration in the stadium.
Well, they're bloody pissed off, aren't they?
Well, yeah.
Understatement there. Oh, but I do feel sorry for Aguero.
Well,
Not for City, but Aguero.
They'd be pissed off as well.
I mean, at the end of the day, I'm the winner, lads. I said it'd be 1-0 to Chelsea.
Get the beers in now.
And the beers in, yeah.
Rob, can I get a quick mention to Robinson Johnson? I don't know if he's gone yet, but he says, thank you guys, made watching this match worth my time. It's late, it's 2:50 in the morning in India. Time to crash. Good night, mate. Thanks for joining us. Take care.
Cheers, Robinson.
Good night.
And Johnson, Hemingway, Guardiola, a complete fraud. Stevie Wonder could take this City team to a Champions League final and would have won it with that Barcelona team as well. Disgraceful season. Anyone sat in the comments could have won Premier League with City's 4 squads. Safe to say he's not happy.
No. But yeah, what a night. I've really enjoyed that final. I think it's, you know what, lads, I think we can both agree that, well, we can all agree, can't we, that normality feels like it's around the corner, doesn't it? We're seeing fans back in the stadium. We've seen the scenes in Porto in the last couple of days with fans enjoying themselves as well. Tuchel getting a bit of a kiss tonight from the wife. I'm sure there might be a bit of activity tonight, maybe, in the bar. Of course, I'm in the bar. Ben Chilwell being interviewed.
I know what you.
I mean, yeah.
I know what you're saying.
He's no Luke Shaw.
Tuchel to his wife. You, me, in the European Cup tonight.
It's really funny when they interviewed the Brentford manager after the game.
Yeah.
He said to him, "What are you going to do out? What are you going to do tonight?" He said, "I'm going out and getting pissed."
Did he say that?
Yeah.
Good lad.
To be honest, Brentford deserve a lot of credit. They missed out last year, didn't they, in that playoff final, and they came back strong and did it this time. So, yeah, we'll look forward to seeing Brentford play with the likes of Chelsea and Manchester City next season in the Premier League. In case you didn't know that Brentford have got themselves up in the Premier League for next season.
Connor Porter says heartbroken for Aguero.
Yeah, it's a shame. I mean, Pep Guardiola, not Aguero. He was the last of the seniors, wasn't he? I felt, you had Yaya Toure, David Silva, Vincent Kompany. You had them.
Barcelona, is he?
Yeah, looks like it.
Right.
It seems all like it's about to happen anyway.
Johnson. Greg said he doesn't agree with Johnson, and then Johnson says, "This is Johnson Hemingway, not obviously Robinson Johnson." Greg, despite your immaturity, you have done as well this season with City team. They've got 4 squads of world-class players. The Premier's a given, and he plays Gundogan, City's top scorer, as a holding mid. He's a fraud. Gabby says, "I'm off. Bye, guys. Cheers again for the stream." Cheers, Gabby.
Cheers, Gabby. I'll get in touch with you soon about future watch-alongs, so keep an eye out.
Yeah, hopefully I'll get to meet you one day. And then, obviously, Greg says, United have won a trophy. I haven't won a trophy for 4 years. Can you say that's a good season? Right, that's getting...
Oh, here we go. Hang on, Greg. Don't start putting us in it just because you lost tonight. Yeah, of course, we've had a crap season, to be honest with you. But, at the end of the day, we've got 3 European Cups. You haven't got any. So, yeah, I'll stay with that. But... yeah, there's even some Chelsea players I don't even recognise that have got the trophy now, unless they're just fans that have somehow got onto the pitch.
Emerson Palmieri there. Then you saw Mendy in the crowd with his wife, just soaking it all in. It's special. Oh, look at him.
I'll tell you what. Oh, Mendy. Sorry, he's just that one guy I've got so much inspiration for. But it's great. It's great to see Mendy with his family up there. Because Mendy was having real problems. He was trying to pay bills. He had a baby and a wife to deal with while trying to make it as a goalkeeper. Yeah, Tuchel's being interviewed now, and I'm sure he'll spend his winnings on a hair transplant.
Johnson Hemingway's definitely trolling. Guardiola out, David Moyes in. 3 out of 10 seasons from City. How can it be higher? Comparing Man United squad with City squad is like comparing Serena Williams with Margaret Robbie. And then Zaya answers why, and then he replies with City squad Premier's bare minimum. He bottled the Cup and Champions League performance was a disgrace, and blame lies solely with Pep. Tan Turong says, "What no Chelsea are?" Greg Livingston says, "Johnson, how can you compute that City to United?" I think that's what you say, compare. Who haven't won a trophy for 4 years. The last time they won, it's still on with that narrative. Even as a Liverpool fan, I'm not getting into the whole City United comparison.
No, I'm not going against what you're saying, Greg. But at least we've won a European Cup, and it's not as easy as you think winning a treble. But yeah, at the end of the day, City have been more progressive over United over the last 8 years, I'd say. But bring on next season, because I'll say this now: losing a Champions League final can really damage a team. So we'll see what happens next year. But that's
bring
it
on
now.
the Euros.
Bring on the Euros, exactly. The club season's done, but bring on the Euros. Hang on, here's a moment. There's a referee there. The referee's clearly emotional about him probably doing the final. So he's Spanish. Yeah, I'm sure he fell on the floor a few times. But yeah, it's quite nice to even see the officials, Joe, get quite emotional. And you've been official yourself.
Yeah, it's not an easy job. Well, not an easy job. That's an understatement for myself. It's quite a hard job. It can be a rewarding one, but it's very hard at times. And I think the referee did quite well tonight, to be fair to him. So I'm going to give him credit for that. He refereed the game very well, especially when he was under pressure to try and give, from the City players to give a penalty. He stood his ground and he got the decision right that it wasn't a penalty, and told the players to leave himself alone. You go away. Otherwise, you'll go in the book, and he soon backed off, and he controlled the game well. He let it flow. He didn't let it break up the play at all. So I think very good credit to the man himself. He's done better than most of the, without being nasty, the English referees have done in finals.
Yeah. I think the last one we had was Mark Clattenburg do a Champions League final, which was 2016. Which he did a good job of, I remember, between Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. And Christian Pulisic's wearing the US soccer colours tonight. He's wearing a US soccer hoodie, which is quite nice to see, Joe, because, we were talking about that, weren't we? There wasn't many US players that have done it. Only the one guy has done it before, and Pulisic becomes the second man to ever win it for America.
He's going to be a visionary, especially with, like you said, with the goal of the US national team to win the World Cup in 2026. He is one of these players. He is the poster boy of the. I'm trying not to laugh at Havertz holding the trophy of his wife, and Werner just stood at the side, just like third wheeling. This is awkward.
Yeah. Werner's just like forget you and having your moment. I want my photo now.
Oh, he's got his wife in there with it as well. That's good to see. Yeah.
His sister, Joe.
Well, it could be. Yeah, I shouldn't.
Somebody you met in Porto.
It could be.
Yeah, met them last night.
But what was I saying again? The US national team is the poster boy of the US national team, and this could be the starter to inspire a generation, the next generation of US players to get into soccer or football, whatever they want to call it. I always call it football because I don't like the word soccer. And go for it and try and get a career and make it a big sport, or bigger sport, should I say, in that country. And you never know, there could be more US players in the Premier League or in European football in years to come winning the Champions League trophy.
Yeah.
Okay, gents, it's time for tea.
Yeah, I think it's time to go. But can I just quickly mention yet again, Chelsea have made sure, it's down to Chelsea that have stopped Man City from the quadruple. They stopped them in the FA Cup, and now they've stopped them in the Champions League. So well done to Chelsea. But I think we've come to the end here, folks. So thank you all for joining us on Let's Talk Sport tonight for the UEFA Champions League Final. It's Chelsea who win their second European Cup. And, of course, my thanks to Joe, Stanley, Ian Davis, and you lot at home for tuning in and getting in touch with us during the watch-along. If you haven't yet, do subscribe to the channel and do support us for future watch-alongs. And my thanks to you, Ian and Joe.
And good night. And we're clear. I'll take a